to take the field again tomorrow when they travel to Milton Union. Good luck the rest of the season, guys. Let's hear it for the 2022 BHS boys soccer team. Standing at the 40-yard line are the members of the 2022 Lady Chiefs tennis squad, coached by James Howell. With no seniors this year, the young group of Chieftains are excited about the future. They are currently 3-8 on the season and will be back on the court on Tuesday when they travel to Urbana. How about a round of applause for your 2022 Lady Chiefs tennis team? Our next group standing in midfield are the 2022 BHS cheerleaders, led by Heather Storm, Becky O'Reilly, and Andrea Simon. Cheerleaders have done a great job of supporting the football team these past few weeks.
Video stream, if you want to watch this game, PeakofOhioTV.com for the live stream. It will be archived as well. You can listen to us, as always, on your home of the Chiefs, 107.3 The Drive, WPKO HD2 Bellefontaine, and the Chiefs having some youth introduced in front of us tonight. All kinds of different activities and sports teams. Some of the different high school teams. See the girls cross country, soccer, and many other fall sports out there today. Golf as well. Now, the Bellefontaine Chiefs, Don, when you were away last week, you and Diane made the trip out to Arizona, and they had a tough week last week with the Coldwater Cavs. You know, perennial power. Coldwater won the game 31-21, and you would have liked their style. It was pretty simple, physical, efficient, and they make very few mistakes. That's didn't take me long to describe it, but that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a little bit of it, and from what I saw early on especially, it was experience versus potential, and experience is going to win out every time, and I think Bellefontaine got off to that slow start. It was going to be a question of whether Bellefontaine believed they could play at that level, and I think that, you know, that first quarter it kind of got away from a little bit, but I thought that you saw, I mean, actually you take the first quarter away, and this is like, you know, sometimes irrelevant to even say, but it's 21-17 Bellefontaine the rest of the way. So, I mean, you know, that first quarter, though, was so difficult for Bellefontaine because I think Coldwater came out and did things that Coldwater does. They're so well coached. They've done they've done the same things on offense and defense for the last several years, and they were able to, move the ball at will in the first quarter. And so the thing now for Bellefontaine is how fast can you put that in the rearview mirror, and how do you move on to week 3? And this is going to be no easy test. Licking Heights comes in 1-1, but they lost to Tri-Valley, which Bellefontaine beat last year in the playoffs, I believe. Yep. But they turned it over 6 times. And Licking Heights has an offensive line that is just monstrous. They average 6'3", 265 up front. They got a quarterback in Deuce Caldwell, who has all kind. He's rushed for 280. He's thrown for 230. He can move the ball around in a lot of different ways, and it's going to be another big test for Bellefontaine. It's going to, the Licking Heights likes to do a few different things than Coldwater does, but it's going to be another big test, back-to-back weeks, and this is good for Bellefontaine. It gets them ready for the end of the season run.
Licking Heights, I could talk earlier this week with Kelly Wallen, their head coach, who grew up at Tri-Valley. He's a Tri-Valley grad from the class of 02, but he's been a coach at Licking Heights since 05. He's been the head coach now in his 4th year, so he's been at Licking Heights for a long time. And one of the talks we had was just about the growth of the school. This would be about 15 minutes east of Easton, so it's northeast Columbus. It's suburbia. Back in 05, when Kelly started there, it was a Division 5 school. That'd be like Coldwater. Now they're Division 2, and I would say they'll be Division 1 in a few years. So this is a booming area, and one of my lines, Don, is when you add in population, you add in housing, usually you get some good football players out of it.
Yeah, I think they got a nice team. I think defensively they're big up front. They have some athletes that can run to the ball. Their middle linebacker is a rangy-looking middle linebacker. Usually the middle linebackers seem to be in the high school level a little more, squatty. This kid's a little bit taller and has some range, and they like to run to the ball. And, it's going to be a good test. And I think it's just as much of a test for Bellefontaine to see how does Bellefontaine react to what happened to them last week. You know, there was a lot of hype in the preseason, a lot of hype around the Coldwater game, and they come in, they get behind early, they end up losing. How do they bounce back against a really good team, and how does the coaching staff keep them focused on Licking Heights, because it's not a school that most kids in Bellefontaine probably even know where it's at.
Yeah, that's well said. Well, the big, if I would just give one word for this game, Don hit it right with the bounce back and where you're at mentally, emotionally, but to me it comes down to defense. Bellefontaine's defense had a rough game last week. The quarterback for Coldwater, Marcel Blassingame, ran for over 200 yards. He rushed for over 200 yards, and they're going against an All-Ohio quarterback tonight, and Deuce Caldwell, who I think I've not seen him play yet, but just watching him in warm-ups, I'm guessing he's more of a 50, 60-yard touchdown kind of guy. Blassingame's more elusive. He's just hard to hit, but I don't know that he's a game breaker where he's going to go 50 or 60 yards. So the Bellefontaine defense, to me, is where this game, I think, right now will be won or lost.
Yeah, you know, and I think that the Deuce for Licking Heights, he likes to run the football. I mean, you know, he gets outside the pocket. He doesn't, you know, the one knock I saw on him probably is it doesn't really have his head up looking to make a play downfield. He's looking to run, but he's quick, and he's fast, and he's got a lot of different moves, and he's like a tailback playing quarterback. So it's going to really pressure the Bellefontaine defense it's very similar to what they saw last week. But, you know, I think one thing for Bellefontaine, though, is they've got a great running back in their own right. And I think Bellefontaine, you know, there's a lot of talk about St. Clair and where he's going to college. And St. Clair is a great quarterback, and he will be a great quarterback. But Fogan right now seems to be the cog that makes the offense run. And I think that Bellefontaine needs to set the pass up a little bit more with the more consistent ground game. And the offensive line, to me, so far has looked like they've run blocked maybe even a little better than they've pass pro. So I think to get that running game going and then get St. Clair kind of settled in with some throws and allow him to kind of stretch the field a little bit once they start thinking run. But I just think the coaching staff right now is going to have to really kind of pay attention to what they're trying to take away, because it seemed to me last week that they tried to take away Fogan early, and then Bellefontaine had some success throwing, so they came back out. And, you know, I think you just they're going to have to really use Fogan to set up the rest of the offense.
He's the first guy I would try to take away if I were the opposing team, because once Fogan gets rolling, everything else in the offensive arsenal's available for use.
He's averaging 10 yards a carry. And, you know, 36 times he's touched it, 10 yards a carry. That's a first down.
Yeah, he's been impressive. Now, the Coach Wallen from Licking Heights said he really didn't bring up the running back too much, a little bit, but he said he wants to pressure the quarterback. So, you know, we'll see.
Well, I think Bellefontaine right now can take advantage of that, because a lot of the preseason discussion has been around the quarterback position.
Going to get ready for the national anthem. You're listening and looking in live at Hackey Sports Stadium here on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com. Bellefontaine High School Marching Band will perform the national anthem, and we'll pause to listen and watch right now. Thanks to the Bellefontaine High School Marching Band. Licking Heights in town tonight. They did not bring a big crowd. We'll be very honest about that. And they have about an hour and 15-minute drive by car, even a little bit more by bus. That's why this game is starting 30 minutes late, by the way, just like last week with Coldwater, the busing issues. Next year, Don and I get the pleasure of going to Coldwater and Licking Heights in back-to-back weeks. But Don, before we...
Well, by then we'll have that RV that loses.
That's true.
Bias, so we're
at
good.
Sydney, we talked about that, yes.
Maybe we get Harmon and Lorette in there with us.
Oh, that'd be great too. Two guys that know how to have a good time, so we'll welcome them aboard. But before we take our first break, Chiefs, I'll be interested to see how they respond. Coach Brown, said it right after the game to the media. He said the team was tight. They got a pump block. They were in some ways their worst enemy. I don't want to take anything away from Coldwater. They were really, really good. But obviously we want to see the Chiefs succeed and win the game, but I just want to see how they play and how they respond. And do you have, you've been around football pretty much your whole life. Do you have a feel for that, or you can't predict that kind of stuff?
Well, what I know is that Coach Brown has challenged his team probably all week in asking him, how will you react? How will you react to the first loss? How will you come back this week? How will you practice? Because it's still early in the season. It comes down to practice. So I really think that, that's the challenge to the Chiefs, is how will they react to that first loss?
Licking Heights is taking the field. Bellefontaine getting ready to take the field. We'll take our first break. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff. Licking Heights 1-1. Bellefontaine 1-1, a big non-leaguer tonight at AccuSports Stadium. More after this.
Hungry after the game? Ready to celebrate the weekend? Ron's Pizza is open late tonight until 11 o'clock. Stop in for a hot, fresh pizza and an ice cold beer. Or call to pick it up at 292-7775. Pull up to the drive-thru window and you don't even have to get out of the car. They have specialty pizzas like buffalo chicken, chicken bacon ranch, taco, BLT, and barbecue chicken. They also offer cauliflower or broccoli and cheddar crusts. Ron's Pizza, South Main, Bellefontaine, 292-7775.
Hi, it's Liz at Bellefontaine's Comfort Inn. Our Fountain Lounge is Bellefontaine's fun night spot. And right now, we're looking for an experienced bartender who will enjoy working in our fun atmosphere. If you like people, you'll love working at Comfort Inn. Apply in person or call 599-5555.
Bartenders at the Comfort Inn earn more than $9 an hour, and that's plus tips. If you're an experienced mixologist, check out the Fountain Lounge experience. Apply in person at the Comfort Inn where 68 meets 33, or call during business hours at 599-5555.
Who's open after the game tonight? Donato's Pizza on South Main Bellefontaine is open until midnight. Order online at donatos.com for pickup or delivery. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. South Main Bellefontaine and online at donatos.com.
At Bellefontaine's Best Car Wash, we take care of your vehicle 100%. From the first drop of hot, clean water to the last stroke of our super soft, shine-enhancing towel. And ask about Bellefontaine's Best Punch Card. Buy 4 washes, get the 5th one free. Bellefontaine's Best Car Wash, 720 South Main.
Comer Insurance Agency in DeGraff offers insurance coverage for home, life, auto, commercial, and farm. Visit their website at comerinsuranceagency.com for their number and more information. Comer Insurance Agency, specializing in helping you with the right coverage.
Bellefontaine Chiefs take the field. Welcome back to AccuSports Stadium, Week 3 tonight on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com with John Hensley. I'm Bill Tipple. Thanks to Ty and Xander back in studio control. Gary and Big Lou here doing the video stream, and we've got ourselves what we think is going to be a good one. I think points tonight. One of the things I always think about before the game, and Don and I usually talk about this, is how many points does it take to win? I'm going to say around 30. It's going to take some points, I think, to win this game.
Yeah, I agree with you, Bill. I think both offenses are going to be able to find some ways to move the football. Fogan enters the game with 369 yards rushing, St. Clair 288. Fogan 5 TDs, St. Clair 3 through the air. Bellefontaine's offense has, they come in and averaging over 30 points a game, so scoring is not going to be an issue, I don't think. I think it comes down to like what you said, and that is, who can they stop Licking Heights? And it starts with that linebacking core. Eli Moore enters the game with averaging 9 tackles a game, and Sullivan Ashcraft 6.
Although I don't think he's playing tonight.
Ashcraft's not?
No. He hurt his knee last week in the third quarter, just swelling. I think eventually he'll be back, but talking with Coach Brown on Wednesday, he didn't think he would go, and I know he's an emotional leader. But in this game, Chiefs have actually even changed up their lineup. Instead of a 4-3, they're going a 3-4. The inside backers will be Alex Caudill and Landon Kelly. The outside backers will be Harper Scott and Eli Moore you just talked about. So they want to have guys that can. This is a speed game. Last week was kind of a bully game. I think it's a speed game when Licking Heights has the ball.
That's an interesting move because, the thing about Caudill is his flexibility allows you to put him down on the ground with a hand in the dirt or stand him up. And I think that I actually think with the personnel they have, the 3-4 might be a better fit.
We shall see. Licking Heights will get the ball first. Jamal Foster, one of the return guys. He's already returned a punt for a score. Licking Heights has playmakers. Alex Crable has it teed up. We're just a few seconds away from getting week 3 underway. Licking Heights at Bellefontaine tonight on a beautiful night at AccuSports Stadium. Crable ready from his own 40, kicks it high, but not that deep. Taken by the return man around the 12-yard line. That's Foster, and he is wrapped up and thrown to the ground with some force right at the 27-yard line, a return of about 16 yards. And that's how you come out and hit someone right there.
Was that Landon Kelly, 42?
Yes.
That was a big hit, and that's a good way to start the game right there.
Chiefs come out with their, looks like maybe a 4-man front. We'll see.
This offensive line looks like it's Wittenberg or something. I mean, it's look at those. Those are some horses out there.
Yeah, and Don said it a few minutes ago. Tall and just big people. You know, sometimes in high school you'll see shorter linemen that are heavy set guys, but that's not this. They are tall, and they do look like a college offensive line. You know, their left tackle, he could protect us wherever we want to go.
We forgot the football though. Licking Heights got all the way here, forgot the ball. They had to run back to the locker room and get it. There we go. We're ready.
That's unusual. We see something new every week. Last week it was the motioning for the first down, and that was called as a taunting call. So Licking Heights is ready.
The umpire just threw the ball off the center's head. We're off to a great start here.
Yeah, well, the first play from scrimmages is eventually coming our way. Bobby Rue, the big center, and Deuce Caldwell, the electric All-Ohio quarterback, puts a man in motion. Caldwell wants to run it. He gets a good seam. He's into the clear, cuts back and brought down by Hayden Manns and a few others. Eli Moore helped out, but Caldwell acted like he was going to go right, then ran over left hash and got about 10 yards the first down. First down by maybe about a yard. So we'll give him 11 yards on that run. Boy, he's dangerous. And he got great blocking, too.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of a shorter version of Libertus.
Yeah, that's not a bad call. Now he's looking to run wide. He lost his footing. And he kind of defeated himself, but even if he would have kept his feet, he had nowhere to go. The Chiefs on the left side of the line. Defensive line had it well played. Really no gains. 2nd and 10. We're just underway. 11:25 to go in the opening quarter tonight. The kickoff brought to you by Dairy Queen of Bellefontaine. And like a lot of these high school teams, they don't really huddle. They just kind of line up right by the ball. Now they're waiting for the play call. Play clock is at 15. Caldwell has a running back off to his left. One receiver to his left, 2 to the right, along with a wing to the right. Receiver in motion. And a flag thrown by the umpire, and it's a procedure penalty on Licking Heights. And they did, Don watches the film. I usually don't. 6 turnovers against Tri-Valley last week, and I don't care if you're a great team. You turn it over 6 times. If you're playing somebody quality, you don't win the game.
Yeah, I'm sure they talked a lot this week about cutting those mistakes down. McAllister's only 5'8", and he looks like about 5'2" behind that offensive line.
Yeah, he's not real tall, but he is very shifty. And they'll give to his running back, who gets a little bit of a seam. He got about 6.5, just a basic dive play right between guard and center. And a gain of about 6. Brings up a big 3rd down. And Coach Brown always talks about it, getting off the field on 3rd down. Now it's 3rd and 9 for the Hornets. The Licking Heights Hornets at their own 39, no score. Opening possession of the game, 10:35 to go in the opening quarter here.
This is a big play early on for Bellefontaine, especially considering wanting to turn the page from last week.
I agree. Really just 3 linebacker set. Caldwell wants to roll, throws, has a man in the flat, caught, and he tumbles forward for the first down right at midfield. First down Hornets, just a simple rollout by the quarterback Caldwell, and it was an easy pitch and catch to one of his. Haynes was the receiver, who's a guy
penalty.
There is a penalty.
Tackle made by C.J.
Wilson on the tackle, but it was a first down where the play ended. I don't see what either team did that would be an infraction now.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense.
Now it's an unsportsmanlike on Licking Heights. So the first down still stands. Now they go back to the 36, almost like a do-over for the last 3 plays, but Bellefontaine could not get the stop on 3rd and 9. And we talked about it in week 1. I know Don had on Chieftain Coach's Corner talk to Eric Malk, an official, but they the talking or taunting, whatever you want to call it, that is a major emphasis right now in high school football. 1st and 10, receiver in motion. Caldwell gives it to that receiver who's trying to run wide. Chiefs pursuing Wilson there. Oh, what a big hit. The ball comes loose, out of bounds. And
Caden Snap with a huge hit.
Snap. He's a sophomore and he can hit.
That got Coach Peitzmeyer excited. I think he was jumping on him.
He did. Young Peitz was going bananas. Well, a 3-yard gain, but to gain 3 yards, I tell the coach, don't call that play again. That was brutal. And he lost the ball, but it happened right on the sidelines. So he basically just fumbled here on the near sideline, so no chance of a turnover. But what a hit. We've seen 2 big hits, Don. The kickoff and then that one.
Yeah, that was a big hit. Of course, he left his feet, and that always means it's going to be big.
That's true. Snap with a big hit from his linebacker spot. Play clock's down to 1, and we do get a timeout, it looks like, by Licking Heights' coaching staff. We'll take a timeout. 9:27 to go in the opening quarter. We've seen a lot of action already. No score between Bellefontaine and Licking Heights. More after this.
Bellefontaine High School, we're extremely fortunate to have an athletic booster club that supports all of our athletic programs. Dedication and love's awesome.
As a member-owned financial institution, we stack the deck in your favor. Fewer fees, more frees. Quest Federal Credit Union puts our owners in a position to succeed by offering more opportunities to save where others choose to ding you for every service. Quest Federal Credit Union, member-owned since 1969. Bank better. Quest Federal Credit Union, explore the possibilities. NCUA insured, membership eligibility required, equal opportunity lender.
Back at AccuSports Stadium, Licking Heights had to burn that timeout. The play clock was down to 1, and their coaches alertly called for the stoppage. No score, 9:27 to go in the opening quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Hornets. Caldwell wants to pass. The protection breaks down. He throws the ball in the air. It's loose. Is that a fumble or an incompletion? And they will say incomplete. That was close. I think that's the right call. I think his arm was going forward, but nearly a fumble, nonetheless an incompletion, and great pursuit by the defensive front. Mans was the first one in there, and now it's 3rd and 7. That's how you play some defensive line football right there.
Well, one thing I think they're doing differently this week, Bill, than they did the first couple of weeks is, first of all, they're in a 3-4, but they're shooting linebackers from all different angles here. Much more aggressive on defense than just sitting in their base.
Yes. Here it's a 3-4 look again. Caldwell calls for the delay. Chiefs have it pretty well sniffed out, and the running back gets about 5, but it will be short of the first down. 4th and 2 at the Hornets 44. Decision for Coach Wallen. He could decide to go. And he'll bring out the punt team.
Great series.
Lapinto was the runner. Not a bad play call. At 3rd and 7, you know, you're thinking, and the reason I say that, you would think of passing down, but you're so focused on the quarterback, it was a good change of pace, but the Chiefs were in the right place.
Yeah, I don't know, 3rd and 7, I want the ball in my playmaker's hands.
That's true. They tried to do a little bit of deception.
But big defensive series for Bellefontaine, considering everything they, happened last week.
Punter gets a good snap, gets his right foot into it. It's a high punt. It's a pretty good one. Fair catch called for by Wilson at the 22-yard line. And the Chiefs get a stop. That was hard to do last week, especially in the first half. And the Chiefs get their first possession of the night at the 22, so long field. Pretty good punt by the Hornets that time. No score. 8:38 to go in the opening quarter here on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard between Bellefontaine and Licking Heights. Licking Heights, a 3-4 team as well, but they have some really big linemen. My goodness.
And a tall, rangy middle linebacker.
Yeah, you're right. St. Clair wants to pass, throws out in the flat to Fogan, who's hit, breaks off of that tackle. Then on the near side, he's bumped out of bounds around the 22. So a swing pass. It may have even been a lateral. It was close. And Fogan ran a long ways, east and west. He only picked up about a yard, 2nd and 9.
I like that play, though. I like making the defense think about Fogan coming out of the backfield and catching the football.
Mm-hmm. Now it's an empty set. Fogan is split out in the left slot. St. Clair by himself. Here come 5 pass rushers, throw out in the flat. Fogan trying to get a block. The receiver squirts forward. That's Deitch, and he's got a first down to the 33-yard line. Just a receiver screen on the left. Fogan had a pretty good block, make it the 34-yard line. A gain of 11. It's a first down Chiefs. So they come out throwing.
That was a nice little play. Put Fogan out on that side. He got a nice block. Nice thing that Deitch did, though, was he caught the ball and he just took it north and south. There wasn't any hesitation trying to cut it back in or kick it outside.
You're right. He got immediately north. And well, we got a flag thrown by the umpire. Looks like
in motion.
Yeah, procedure on the Chiefs, 5-yard penalty.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
Now it's 1st and 15 for Bellefontaine at their own 29. No score. More, you can see scores, by the way, throughout the night at PeakofOhio.com. This game being streamed at PeakofOhioTV.com. And as always, we're on 107.3 The Drive. It's a 3-game homestand for Bellefontaine next week. Benjamin Logan comes into town.
Great. Another week coming up that ladder.
That's true. Here comes square to Wilson. He goes down. Did he make the catch? He did. Not a great throw. St. Clair's usually pinpoint, but that one was down by the feet of Wilson. He went down to the turf and hauled it in at the 35, so they get the penalty yardage back. 2nd and call it 9 for the Chiefs.
I think if he'd have elevated that pass a little bit, Wilson might have had some running room.
Yes. 2nd and 9, no score, 7:15 to go in the opening quarter. And there's
they got it back.
Some kind of a penalty. Offsides on the Hornets. They just steamrolled Jack Varner. And it was.
Well, I don't think that Big Bob Rue at 6'1", 255 is going to sneak around anybody.
No, he's a thumper.
He's at least got a point like it was the other guy's job. Don't slap your helmet. It's instant guilt.
That's true. And he was right over top of the ball. 2nd and 4 for the Chiefs. St. Clair wants to pass. Has plenty of time. Throws downfield into traffic. Wilson there. Oh, he makes an acrobatic catch. Going up in the air. Falls down right in front of his bench on the near side at the 25, and that's a big one. That's one of our RV wholesalers' big plays of the game. Pass play all the way from the Bellefontaine 39 down to the 25 of the Hornets, so a gain of some 36 yards. That was another one of our RV wholesalers' long-distance connections. For your next long trip, go in style with a fifth wheel, travel trailer, or motor home from RV wholesalers in Lakeview. Last play by the Chiefs. Fogan runs inside, got about 3, 2nd and 7, no score, 6:45 to go in the opening quarter.
That's one thing that Jake Kennedy, the new offensive coordinator, likes to do is after a big play, get the team right back to the line of scrimmage and run a quick play. But what a nice job by Wilson of high pointing the football on that deep ball.
Yeah, great catch.
You can do that when you're tall and lanky.
And the receiver, or the quarterback, has to have great confidence because he's throwing it to a spot, and there was decent coverage.
I don't think St. Clair lacks confidence.
No. Here's a give to Fogan. He's got a big seam brought down from backside of his jersey. I thought he might pop it for even more, but a pretty good run. Got about 5 to the 18, and the Chiefs go hurry up again. And now they'll get set, put a couple guys in motion, and Licking Heights will get their defenders off the field.
Trying to get those big bodies off the field.
3rd and 3. This is a big play early in this game. No score, 5:54 to go. Here's Fogan again, gets a little bit of a seam. Then he'll just take the defender for a little bit extra, and it's a 1st down at the 14-yard line. That's a big run. When you can convert 3rd and 2 or 3 in the run game, changes the whole game.
He just stuck his hat in the middle linebacker's chest and moved him about 3 yards deep. So that's the one thing we've talked about all year is the aggressiveness and the physicality of Fogan as a running back is really different than it was last year.
Yeah. Kind of saw in the playoffs, I guess, but yeah, you're right. Since the playoffs, he's been quite the beast. 1st and 10 at the Licking Heights 14. There goes Fogan again. He's got a big seam. 10, 5. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown, Chris Fogan. From 14 yards out over left guard, the best run block play of the game. It was blocked to perfection. He didn't get touched, and the Chiefs strike first. 5:20 to go in the opening quarter, and Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights 6-0 on a 14-yard touchdown run by junior Chris Fogan, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season.
Great kick-out block on the left-hand side there. It looked like, I don't know if it was a tight end or a tackle, but unbelievable kick-out block.
Here comes Crable for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. The extra point brought to you by Thistle Floor Covering. And a big run by Fogan. Big pass play to Wilson, set it up. The Chiefs strike first. They lead Licking Heights 7-0 on the West Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard. 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. More after this.
If you are experiencing a poor flush and or drain backup, call Bobcat Multiworks now and have your septic system pumped. While they are doing that, they will also inspect your system, hopefully preventing a large replacement fee. Call today for more information. 585-9904.
Stop by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken for our 10-piece strips meal at a great price. With 10 of our premium strips, 2 large sides, 5 fluffy biscuits, and 3 sauces, this is dippable chicken done right. Get the 10-piece strips meal at a terrific price, only at Lee's.
Alex Grable ready to tee it up right in the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. Beautiful night for high school football. Glad to have Don Hensley back. Maybe he's the good luck charm for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say anything about Chris Myers not being, but you know.
Well, it's still early. 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. Chiefs lead Licking Heights 7-0. Grable kicks it away. It's a deeper kick down to about the 4-yard line for the return man. Chiefs need to close it down. They do, and the return man is stuck at the 21. Wow, good coverage. Saw that last week with Coldwater's kickoffs. They just went down, got downfield in a hurry. That was excellent coverage and a good kickoff, too.
Yeah, Brody Boy getting down and making the tackle. Bellefontain's doing, their special teams has looked a lot better here. The first week I saw them, that kickoff team gave up some returns, but looks good so far.
Parked the ball at the 22 officially. New running back in for the Hornets. They send a receiver in motion. Caldwell gives it to that running back who's hit right away. Right away. Wow. What defense. Landon Kelly was there. He's one of our Clark State team members of the week, by the way. We always have a couple of different student athletes we spotlight. And Kelly's had himself a ball game. If we go back to the play about 3 plays ago on the touchdown run by Hogan, it may have been Kelly. Is either the H-back or the tackle that had the kick-out block that freed Fogan for the touchdown.
Yeah, right there, they're lining him up down sometimes when they move back to that 4-3, and he made a nice play from his defensive end spot.
2nd and 11. Play clock at 9. Caldwell looking to throw. Throws downfield into coverage as a man there who cannot haul it in. The receiver had separation on the near side around the Bellefontaine 35. It was a pretty good ball. And that very well could have been a 79-yard touchdown play the Chiefs just dodged.
Yeah, it was a good ball. Deuce was under a lot of pressure back there.
He was.
I really like what Bellefontain's doing with his 3-4 look, walking guys around a little bit, bringing guys from different angles. It's something Licking Heights obviously didn't see on tape because this is a little bit of a new look. Here they got Kelly down in the defensive line position.
Really 5 guys on the line. Now Caldwell wants to run. Chiefs pursue it. Kelly gets him first, then Deitch there and a host of others. Eli Moore will take him down and a gain of about 5, but Deuce Caldwell is such a runner that he was closed down. Really good team defense. Kelly made the play. His teammates cleaned it up. 4th and 5, and here comes the punt team for Coach Wallen's team. And they've had a tough start in this game. 7-0 Chiefs lead at 4:05 to go in the opening quarter.
Kelly with a nice job of not giving up that outside shoulder and really kind of collapsing the play back into the middle. 2 good defensive series for the Chieftains.
Yeah, much better than last game, no question. High snap for the punter now. Nobody really rushes. He gets it away. Chiefs watch it hit around the 35.
Oh.
It bounces back inside to the 20, down to about the 16. Caden Reams was the punt returner. And that's Don let out the groan. It was a pretty good hop, but I don't know. I think that's a tough one. Now you're probably going to disagree, but how would the coaches coach that up? Do you try to get it? Do you not want to risk it?
No, I mean, he's back there for a reason.
Okay. It was a good hop. It wasn't like it was rolling around.
20 yards, 15
I know.
yards. I mean, you don't have to run it back.
Just get it.
Yeah.
That's true. Chiefs will have to start at their own 16-yard line, leading 7-0. 3:41 to go in the opening quarter. So a long field for Bellefontaine. Licking Heights, that 3-4 base. And it's a give to Fogan. He's got a little bit of a seam, breaks through that first tackle, but not much else. Maybe got about 3. Licking Heights with good pursuit that time. Fogan had a 14-yard touchdown run in the last series. We do have our Clark State team members of the game. Landon Kelly, we've called his name a few times. defensive end, linebacker at times tonight. He also plays that H-back, scholar athlete too. And then we have Ella Costin, junior in the Bellefontaine High School marching band. She plays snare drum. 2nd and 7 for the Chiefs, their own 20, so a long ways to go here. Bellefontaine in front 7-0. Man in motion. It's a delay. Give to Fogan, who's got a seam. Fogan into the secondary. Still on his feet. 30, 35, 40. Tries to bounce it outside to the right and brought down at the 45. Wow, what a run by Fogan. Chiefs with a delay. Nice little wrinkle. And Licking Heights could not sniff it out. And that is another big chunk play for the Chiefs. It goes for 24 yards.
I know we're only 9 quarters into the season, Bill, but I'm going to tell you right now that if he stays healthy, he's an all-Ohio running back.
No doubt. If he would have gotten 1 more yard, it would have been one of our RV wholesalers' big plays of the game. But he'll do that eventually. No doubt. It was a great run. Good play call, too. St. Clair wants to pass, it looks like. Rolls right, throws, has a receiver there, and he can't make the catch on the near side. That was Deitch around the Licking Heights 46. It was kind of behind him. First really rollout action for St. Clair tonight. 7-0 Chiefs lead at 2:15 to go in the opening quarter. And Don said even before the game, Fogan's averaging more than 10 yards a carry. That's amazing.
Yeah. You know, a play like that is what I think you're going to see St. Clair really improve on over the next few years, is the ability to kind of set your shoulders a little bit when you're rolling out. It's a tough thing to learn.
Here comes a little toss to Fogan, who's hit and then escorted out on the near side around the 49. A big 3rd down again. 2:09 to go in the first quarter. We'll call 3rd and 7 for the Chiefs at their own 48. They have to get to the Licking Heights 45. Chiefs lead the Hornets 7-0. You would guess pass play here.
Well, the thing about having a running back like Fogan is you can't just assume that that's what's going to happen. You got to keep those linebackers there to keep him honest.
4 receivers set. Here comes a blitz. St. Clair throws. Oh, his receivers hit early, I thought. Incomplete. It was Wilson around the Licking Heights 47. No penalty. I mean, it was close, but I thought they hit him early.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that I know this week we don't have an official up here, but that was pass interference. I mean, come on. He was riding it. He was on his back the whole time.
Yeah, before the ball was there. You're correct. Which is kind of interesting. The back judge had a great view. I'm surprised there's not a flag.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on which sidelines it is.
Okay. That was a pass towards the Licking Heights side on that far hash. Here comes Wilson for his first punt. Gets a good snap, and he gets it away over on the right side. And, the Hornets let it bounce, and it will take a Bellefontaine bounce and roll to about the 11-yard line. So Bellefontaine's defense gets the pleasure of playing with a long field behind them. 7-0 our score. 1:55 to go in the opening quarter.
Yeah, one thing, Bill, that you said early on after talking to the Licking Heights coach that we saw right there is they want to put pressure on St. Clair. And I think in those passing downs, you saw them dial up a blitz right there. They brought a guy from the outside, 2 guys up the middle. They're going to try to do everything they can to disrupt the timing of Bellefontaine's passing game in key passing situations, which is going to be why Bellefontaine's going to have to keep the down and distance where they want it. They don't want to be in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9.
Yeah, it was a good blitz. 1st and 10 for the Hornets officially from the 12. Here comes Deuce Caldwell trying to run to the side, and he'll scoot out of bounds after a pretty big gain of about 15 over on the far sideline to the Licking Heights 27. Pretty well blocked, and Bellefontaine just, that play flowed to the ball, I thought, a little bit more slowly.
Yep, you can't let the Deuce get loose, Bill. And right there, they didn't get enough people to him.
Yeah. He got 15 on the first play of that series. 1:50 to go. And the first quarter, 7-0 Chiefs. Riverside leads Indian Lake 10-0. Here comes a pass out in the left flat. The receiver makes the catch, then brought down. Good tackle in the open field. Looked like by Alex Caudill. Still a gain of about 5. The Pinto, the receiver, they'll give him, call it 4. 2nd and 6. That was a good open field tackle. And Don was right about Caudill. Very valuable player, very good player. He can play on the line, but he's also pretty nimble in space.
I kind of like him standing up. I mean, he's faster than he looks, and he's aggressive.
2nd and 6. Man in motion. Caldwell wants to pass, has some pressure. throws it downfield, has a receiver there, and it's incomplete. The receiver had separation around the Bellefontaine 30-yard line.
Pass intended for Jonah Hayne falls incomplete.
And Caldwell doesn't throw a bad ball, but anytime he's taking a 5-step drop and throwing it deep, anytime he's not running it, I think that's a win for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think if I was Bellefontaine, I'd be most concerned about him being outside the pocket with a little run pass option because
that's where it's really, really tough.
But right now, in these down and distance, Bellefontaine's brought people from the outside to try to keep him contained. Let's see what they do here, but I got a feeling they'll probably bring some more pressure.
Caldwell takes the pass, now takes off running, hit, brought down by Hayden Manns, short of the first down. Got about 2, but it will bring up 4th and 4 for Coach Ball, and I would guess another punt. The punter for Licking Heights has been a very busy player. Their punter is one of their linemen, Ethan Witt. He'll punt it away for the 3rd time. Late in the first quarter, 48 seconds to go. Chiefs lead Licking Heights 7-0.
Hats off to the Chieftain defensive line because that offensive line is big, but they're not moving them off the ball. They're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
4th and 3. Witt gets a good snap. High punt. And it goes out of bounds on the near side, right by Coach Brown. He could have.
I think Coach Brown tried to fair catch it. He decided to let it go.
It was about 3 feet away from him.
I know he doesn't coach that, but he did kind of step aside there.
But the Chiefs will have good field position. Not a great punt by Witt. There was no return because he kicked it on the near side out of bounds. They haven't really marked it yet, but well, here we go. I think it'll be the 37. Not a bad punt. But the Chiefs have a short field. They've need to take advantage of this short field. Looks like this play, we'll see Hayden Manns in there. Kind of little offense.
So far, Fogan 7 carries for 59 yards.
And Manns is taking the place, at least on this series, of Landon Kelly. Manns is the H-back, the wing to the left. Big lead blocker. Near in motion, gets the pop pass. Flag thrown by the referee, and Near goes over the left side for about 3. Where he goes in motion, and St. Clair just pushes it to him.
I think we're going to have a little motion formation.
Well, that will make it 1st and 15 for the Chiefs. 20 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Bellefontaine in front. The Bellefontaine defense, much different than a week ago. They're tougher at the point of attack. That's the big difference so far.
Yeah, a little. I think Riley Near might have gone backwards before he went in motion, and
that's a no-no.
Coach Brown's letting him know about it. Technique.
Wing to the right is Manns. Play clock, as you have to start the game clocks at 5 seconds. Chiefs might just let it burn down. They will. That goes down to 0s. That's the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard, Bellefontaine 7, Licking Heights nothing. Back with more after this on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com.
High school football season is here. Padroni's Pizza in Bellefontaine is ready to feed your gang. They offer so much more than just delicious pizzas. If you're looking for something new, try their subs and salads, pastas too. They have something for everyone. Padroni's Pizza in Bellefontaine. Do you love the beautiful glow your skin gets from the sun? At Buckeye Wash and Tan, you can keep that glow all year round. You don't have to worry about the seasons changing. They have several beds available to help you achieve and keep the look you want. Check out Buckeye Wash and Tan in the Highland Hills Plaza. Do you love the beautiful glow your skin gets from the sun? At Buckeye Wash and Tan, you can keep that glow all year round. You don't have to worry about the seasons changing. They have several beds available to help you achieve and keep the look you want. Check out Buckeye Wash and Tan in the Highland Hills Plaza.
Back at AccuSports Stadium, we get ready for the second quarter to begin. We're late start tonight, 7:30 kickoff. That was announced a few days ago because of Licking Heights making that long trek. Next week, the Chiefs are home against Benjamin Logan. Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights 7-0 as we begin the second quarter. St. Clair in shotgun, Fogan off to a side, and Bellefontaine will have to work their way out of a 1st and 15. Wing to the left. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. St. Clair wants to pass, throws out in the flat, caught by Near, trying to get away from a tackle, and he'll be brought down right around his own 38. A gain of 5, 2nd and 10. That was just an easy pitch and catch over on the left side.
Tackle made by Josiah Ayers.
And they'll give them 6, so 2nd and 9 for the Chiefs at their own 38.
Just like a kind of a long run, extended running play right there.
Yeah. And here comes the toss play to Fogan, getting a little bit of a seam. Fogan's into the secondary level and just bursts forward to about his own 45. Good run by Fogan. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Chiefs.
That was really well.
Yeah, well blocked.
Really well blocked. I mean, there was a wall over there, and the offensive line was moving him down the field. So, if they can do that up front, it's going to be a good night for the Chiefs.
Yeah, because they're going against the bigger football team tonight. Licking Heights is big on the line, both sides of the line, offensive and defensive. 3rd and 2. Oh, looked like Licking Heights was offside.
Nice job by altering the cadence there by St. Clair.
Yeah, offside on the Hornets. Looked like the left defensive end. That's the second one tonight by the Hornets. That's a free first down. On 3rd and 2, that's a huge play.
I don't know, though. I might have to give Brian Harmon 15 yards for unsportsmanlike up here. He just pointed first down, which I heard that's a 15-yard penalty.
It can be. Well, maybe not up here.
Oh, not up here? It's legal up here?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. 1st and 10.
I don't know the rules anymore, Bill. I'm rattled.
Well, last week
I don't know what's allowed. I don't know what's not allowed. Can I still taunt you?
You could taunt me all you
Okay.
want. Yeah, no problem. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs right at midfield. 7-0 Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights. St. Clair gives it to Fogan, who's hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Still got an extra maybe yard after contact, maybe an extra couple yards. They'll mark the football at the Licking Heights 47, 2nd and 7. Now, that was some hitting on that play.
Yeah, but again, you know, Fogan's hit the line of scrimmage. He ends up getting 3, and it doesn't look like much, but over the course of a game, that starts to wear on the defense a little bit.
Yeah, he is a hammer. He is, especially for his size. He's not I wouldn't call him small, but about 5'11", 175. He runs bigger than his height and weight.
Yeah, he's a strong 175.
2nd and 7 for the Chiefs. St. Clair rolls right, has time, looking, throws.
Nice
Caught
ball.
by his receiver over on the far side. Near. A roll out, not a first down. He's cut down right on the far side.
Not a first down, but a really nice throw on the run.
Well, not a very good, I don't like the spot. I thought he got a little bit more. 3rd and 3.
St. Clair throws the ball, when he's rolling to his right, like most right-hand quarterbacks, he throws the ball really well.
Yeah. 3rd and 3. Chiefs not wasting any time, and now Licking Heights kind of shows blitz, then backs out of it. Play clock is down to 15. St. Clair in shotgun. Looking to pass, it appears. Has time, throws. Caught by his receiver at the 40, then cut down at the 36. It's a first down by Caden Reams on a crossing route. Well done, 6-yard gain, move the sticks. Chiefs lead it 7-0, looking for more. 9:09 to go before halftime here tonight on WPKO HD2 Bellefontaine.
That was a big-time throw right there from the far hash to the outside. Puts it on the money like that with the pressure in his face. Big-time play.
Chiefs up 7-0 in the first quarter. Chris Fogan had a 14-yard touchdown run. This drive, they're mixing it up with some run and pass. St. Clair in shotgun. Fogan off to his hip. It's a delay to Fogan, looking for a seam hit. Not much there. Got about maybe 3 to the Licking Heights 33-yard line. Chiefs trying to really, in high school football, there's such a huge difference from 1 score to a 2-score difference. This would be a big series if they can go up by 2 scores.
Yeah, and Bellefontaine has put together 2 really kind of long drives.
2nd and 7 at the Licking Heights 33. St. Clair in shotgun, wing to the right, Fogan off to his left. St. Clair wants to pass. Throws, caught by Deitch. Deitch works his way out of a couple of tackles and will finally be escorted out on the near side at the 25. That's another first down. Another first down for Deitch. He kind of bobbled it. St. Clair at times can throw it with some serious juice.
That was a nice little route there. It looked like he was going to go inside on the skinny post and turned it back outside, and St. Clair delivered it right on the spot.
He did. Gain of 8, first down. Chiefs fixing up the run and pass. 1st and 10 at the 25. St. Clair wants to throw a deep ball downfield. has a receiver there who makes the catch inside the pylon, and it is a touchdown. A 25-yard touchdown pass down the left side, the near sideline for us. St. Clair to Deitch, and Deitch went up and high-pointed it. What a pass by St. Clair, and the Chiefs lead it 13-0 with 7:57 to go in the second quarter. Well done.
Well, just a great ball, first of all, and he's done this now twice on the long balls. Just throwing it up, letting his big wide receivers go up and get it, and Deitch with great body control then to also get in the end zone.
Just inside the left pylon. Here's Crable for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. Point after touchdown. Brought to you by Thistle Floor Covering. That was one of our RV Wholesalers long-distance connections. For your next long trip, go in style with a fifth wheel, a travel trailer, or motorhome from RV Wholesalers in Lakeview. We'll take a break. Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-0 with 7:57 to go in the second quarter tonight on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com.
Good luck to our Bellefontaine Chieftains football team and cheerleaders this season. We're excited and cheering for you, looking forward to an amazing season. This is Iron City Sports Bar, located at 1125 South Main Street in Bellefontaine, next to Dunkin' Donuts. Please stop by after the game or order ahead after online for convenient carryout online at ironcitysportsbar.com. You can also reach us at 937-404-5288. Home to the best wings, burgers, and steaks in Logan County.
Back at AccuSports Stadium, kickoff brought to you by Dairy Queen of Bellefontaine. Extra point thanks to Thistle Floor Covering. Route 68 South. Bellefontaine Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-0. They played well. They played clean. Their defense is much crisper, and then on offense, they're really mixing and matching it up well. 25-yard touchdown pass from St. Clair to Colin Deitch. Crable's kick is a low one over on the left side, and it will, well, nope, it will not scoot into the end zone. It goes out of bounds on the near side at about the 2-yard line. That is a penalty. Not a bad kick, but I would guess Licking Heights will take the ball, and they'll have good field position. I believe this ball will go to their own 35-yard line. Yeah, that's where they'll mark it. 7:57 to go before halftime. Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-0. And Bellefontaine without one of their leaders tonight. Sullivan Ashcraft not playing at that middle backer spot, but he's out. We see him in his jersey wearing shorts, but the Chieftain defense has risen to the challenge without one of their best.
Yeah, and I think that the defensive attack is different. I mean, they're doing a lot more things that are creating aggression on the defensive side.
Here comes the running back who does have a seam into the secondary. Still loose, and brought down by his feet. He almost popped it. 13-yard run to the 48-yard line. And suddenly the Hornets are on the move, and they started this drive with great field position when the kickoff went out of bounds right around the 2-yard line.
Yeah, Caldell saved a touchdown right there with a little ankle tackle.
And they'll make it to 49, so a 14-yard run. Here comes the running back again. He's got good speed. He's into the secondary again and brought down around the 36, we'll make it the 37-yard line. A gain of 14, and they're getting good blocks right at the point of attack between the center and guard.
Yeah, there's no read play here. This is just a straight get a couple double teams on that defensive line and hit it in a hurry. And their running back, I'm not even going to attempt the name, but
I think it's Lapinto maybe. Well,
no, it's number 8, Sime Jaffo Gunaway.
You got it. You got it right. We'll take a break. 14-0 Chiefs, 7:35 to go before the half. Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights more after this.
Many can say they're the best, but only Firehouse Pizza has been voted the best pizza in Logan County. Check out our specials and menu on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Firehouse Pizza and Subs. Firehouse Pizza and Subs in Zanesfield, voted #1 in Logan County.
Head coach is located out of town? At the People Savings Bank, our head coach is right here in your hometown to help you meet your goals. Come score a touchdown with the People Savings Bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back at AccuSports Stadium, Chiefs used a defensive timeout to kind of get reset. Licking Heights with 2 big running plays at the Bellefontaine 37. Chiefs lead at 14-0. Deuce Caldwell trying to run. Oh, hit hard. Acted like he might toss it to the left. Then tried to run upfield and paid for it. 2-yard gain to the 35.
Eli Moore put a hat on him right there. That was a big hit.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
kind of like to see that, Bill.
Yeah, there have been big hits in this game tonight, right from the opening kickoff. And Caton Snap had one right in front of us, so my, what a hit that was. Chiefs in front 14-0, 7:06 to go before half. Here comes Caldwell again, trying to sweep left. 8 man's trying to pursue it from the backside, and finally Caldwell gets out of bounds. Nobody really ever tackled him, but well, he really made the most of it. I didn't think he had too much going there. Play started at his 35, and he got it to the Bellefontaine 29, so a gain of 6. Wow. 3rd and 2. Don said it. He is basically a running back at times. That's what that looked like. 3rd and 2. Chiefs stay in their base defense. See if they'll blitz right here. They're acting like they might. Caldwell will take it his time. Play clock is at 12. Now he looks over at his bench. Still looking to get the offensive line and offensive troops settled here. They put a wing in motion. And here comes the running back. Hit right away. Keegan Overton Story there and a few others. He does not get the first down.
Great play.
Yes, Keegan Overton Story probably no more as an offensive lineman. He does play some defensive line as well, but that was an outstanding play. No gain. I'm guessing that Coach Wallen goes for it, though, here, Don. 4th and 2 at the Bellefontaine 29.
Yeah, he's got to. I mean, score in time of game. I think this is, and he's got the ball inside the 30. But this is where I think Bellefontaine might dial up, come at him a little bit. Coach Peitzmeyer's been aggressive with the blitz, and this might be another example here.
4th and 2. Play clock at 10. Caldwell in shotgun. This time I think he's doing something with the football. Either a pass, but most likely a run by the All-Ohio quarterback. He'll try to go left. Looks for a seam.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Well, as I look where he kind of skidded to, I don't know.
I don't think he got it with the mark.
It's close. It's between the 27 and 28. I would guess this is a measurement.
Wow, when you bring it out on these artificial turf fields, you know it's close.
Yeah, that's true. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-0.
Or maybe this is just a chance to get the Deer Westers a little FaceTime on TV. Give us a close-up of the chain gang, Lou.
We could see them here in the monitor.
Right there. See
yeah, we could see it.
I like that.
Now the big issue is the stick. Oh, it's close.
He can't even figure it out.
They're still looking.
Oh, big stop.
First down. As we look at it on PeakofOhioTV.com, it was short by, I'll say, like 3 inches.
Wow. That's huge. That's a big 3 inches.
Wow. No doubt about that. So the Chiefs take over. Sometimes it is a game of inches. That's an old cliche, but in that case it was. So the Chiefs take over at their own 27, up 14-0. 6 minutes to go in the first half. That's got to be a devastating stop for the Hornets. They were really, moving and grooving on that last drive until the last 2 plays.
Great play by the defensive line coming in from behind.
Here comes Fogan trying to run left, not much there. Good gang tackle by the Hornets.
That was a nice play on that. I don't know who made that play, but it was from the backside. Came back and kind of tripped him up right there at the line of scrimmage on that 4th down play.
Yep. Pinto, who's been active for the Hornets, makes the tackle. 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard run by Fogan. 5:37 to go in the first half. Chiefs in front. 14 zip. St. Clair in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right with a wing to the right. They put Near in motion. And they'll pop pass it to him. Near trying to get the far sidelines and finally escorted out on the far side at
got a late flag.
Late flag, yeah. He was bumped out at the 33. So a gain of about 3, which would make it 3rd and 5, but the flag will be critical. They'll say, I think it's going to be marked down at the 32.
It's going against Bellefontaine.
Really? Did you see any kind of a hold?
It's a dead ball.
So a dead ball, personal foul on the Chiefs. I didn't see it. So it's a whistle after the play. So it's the double whammy. It's, instead of being 3rd and about 6, it's 3rd and about 21.
Well, right here is when you got the quarterback with the big arm. Just send your fastest guys down the field and see if you can hit something.
Okay.
especially with a 14-0 lead.
3rd and 22 for the Chiefs at their own 17-yard line. St. Clair wants to pass, throws out in the flat to Fogan. Fogan trying to get away from a defender. Fogan then brought down on the back of his jersey, which at times can be a no-no. I think it's a good no call, but he's brought down for really no gain. 4th down for the Chiefs. So very basic play, a swing pass. Maybe loss of half of a yard, and here comes C.J. Wilson to punt it away. Well, the penalty 2 plays ago was a drive killer.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to overcome those dead ball personal fouls.
Wilson last week got a 64-yarder. It'd be great if he could boom one right here. 4th and 22. Wilson gets a good snap, plenty of time. Gets it away. It's a low line drive taken by the punt returner at the 50. Looking to run to his left. Flag thrown. Now looking to cut it upfield, and will be brought down at the 36, 14-yard return.
I think that was just his marker of where the ball was
you're
caught.
Right. You're right. You're right, Don. Yeah.
Brody Boyula blew up the blocking back there. I think that's what everybody was reacting to in the crowd.
Yeah. No flag. So 14-yard punt return, a very short field for Licking Heights. This is right where we were about 8 plays ago. 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the Bellefontaine 36, 14-0 Chiefs in front, 4:28 to go in the opening half of this contest. Chiefs will get the ball to begin the second half. Deuce Caldwell has that big line in front of him. Deuce wants to pass, and it looks like rolls right, looking, throws, and it's over the head of everybody on the near side, out of bounds, 2nd and 10. Long developing play. Pretty good coverage by the Chiefs on the near side. There wasn't much of a window to hit the receiver. 2nd and 10 for the Hornets.
He's got a good arm, but there's not a lot of touch there. He lets it fly when he throws it.
Yeah, you're right.
So he was an All-Ohio
quarterback last year. 3-year starter.
First team?
That I don't know. I just know that Coach Wallen said he was All-Ohio, and he rushed for over 1,000 and passed for over 1,000 last year.
Yeah, I can see that. He's a dual threat for sure.
Yeah, 2nd and 10. I look for him to run on this play. 2nd and 10. He'll look to keep, but he's into the linebacker level, still on his feet, and brought down harshly at about the 22, but it's a 1st down, gain of 14.
Right there's a perfect example of how elusive he is. He gets to that 2nd level, he can make people miss.
Yeah. He's a very good runner. Not a bad passer, but his running is what would worry me, no doubt. 2nd and 10 at the 22. Here comes the running back. He's got a little bit of a seam and brought down around the 13. Close to a 1st down, 2nd and 1, I believe. Chiefs defense left to stiffen, and they've been out there quite a bit the last 3 or 4 minutes on the game clock. 3:44 before half. Chiefs lead 14-0, but the Hornets are driving. They're in the Bellefontaine red zone at the 14-yard line, 2nd and 1. High snap, and Caldwell gets out of it, hit in the backfield, and then brought down by a host of Chiefs. That was a negative play for the Hornets, but it could have been much worse. He was able to take care of that high snap, and the Chiefs just had it sniffed out and brought down for a loss of 5, 3rd and 6. That could have been a turnover.
Yeah, that's the 3rd tackle for loss for Caldwell this year. He's one of those guys that if there's a negative play happening, he's usually somewhere around it.
Definitely has a feel for that. 3rd and 6 for the Hornets at the Bellefontaine 18-yard line. Caldwell in shotgun, running back off to his left. 4 receivers to work with. Chiefs look like they'll stay in their base. Caldwell looks to throw towards the end zone. Over the head of the receiver who beat the defender about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Incomplete. That could have been, and maybe should have been, a touchdown. Caldwell just threw it too high.
Yeah, he's right there's another example. He throws the ball hard, but there's not a lot of touch on it. 4th and 6. It's going to have to go for it again.
Yeah, I would agree. Although the kicker, he did have good confidence in the kicker, Coach Wallen, when we talked this week. He said he's pretty good from 40 yards and out, but down by 14. Right. I agree with Don. You got to go. Chiefs lead at 14-0, 2:45 before halftime. 4th and 6 for the Hornets at the Bellefontaine.
Timeout.
18, timeout Hornets will take a timeout. 2:45 to go before halftime. Bellefontaine leads. Licking Heights 14-0 in the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard. More after this.
Many can say they're the best, but only Firehouse Pizza has been voted the best pizza in Logan County. Check out our specials and menu on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Firehouse Pizza and Subs. Firehouse Pizza and Subs in Zanesfield, voted #1 in Logan County.
Dairy Queen in Urbana now has the new fall blizzards. Cinnamon roll centers with soft cinnamon roll pieces and brown butter cinnamon topping. Or pumpkin pie pieces blended with vanilla soft serve topped with whipped topping and nutmeg. Hurry, they're only here for a limited time.
Licking Heights taking a timeout. We welcome you back to AccuSports Stadium. Thanks to Big Lou and Gary for our PeakofOhioTV.com live stream. This game will be archived as well, and it's, as always, on 107.3 The Drive. Your voice of the Chiefs home and away. Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights 14-0. 2:45 before halftime. Licking Heights just used their second timeout. Coach Wallen trying to work out some magic on a 4th and 6 at the Bellefontaine 18-yard line. Running back goes in motion. Caldwell wants to throws towards the pylon. Good coverage, it's out of bounds.
That's not catchable.
Oh my goodness.
I know that it doesn't matter in high school, but that's not catchable right there.
And it looks like it'll be against the Chiefs in coverage. I'm guessing a defensive pass interference, but there was no way anybody was going to catch it. It was about 3 yards out of bounds. So that'll move the ball from the 18 to the 9. It is defensive pass interference, and the Chieftain defense will have to stand in there for a few more plays. When we saw the ball leave the hands of Deuce Caldwell, we thought the Chiefs had won the battle because we knew it was going to be out of bounds.
Well, there's no way, if that one earlier wasn't pass interference when they rode the Bellefontaine receiver, that certainly is not pass interference.
1st and goal at the 10, or the 9 rather. Caldwell wants to keep it, still on his feet, and he'll wiggle towards the goal line. Touchdown! He made a couple of guys miss right in the hole, and Licking Heights is right back in it. Defensive pass interference penalty, huge, and give the Hornets credit. They make it pay, they make it cash, and a 9-yard run by Deuce Caldwell, and the Chiefs lead at 14-6. Well, their defense just, the last about 5 minutes of the game clock just had to stay in there and in there, and finally got beat.
Yeah, that was a tough sequence right there. You think you're getting off the field, the late flag comes in, and then Deuce scampers in from 9 yards out, and it's pretty much a new game at this point.
Hornets trying to run on the 2-point conversion because of a snap issue, a hold issue, and it's tackled for loss at about the 8, so no conversion, and the Chiefs still lead at 14-6. Take a break. 2:34 to go before halftime. Deuce Caldwell with a 9-yard touchdown run. The Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-6 on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard. More after this.
Have you been to Fazoli's in Bellefontaine for lunch lately? They have delicious lunch specials every day till 4 p.m. for only $6.99, and that even includes a drink. Here's a couple to choose from: spaghetti with marinara, fettuccine alfredo, a slice of pizza, and more, even small house salad. You can even upgrade to premium favorites like chicken fettuccine alfredo or spaghetti with meatballs. Upgrades are only $1 more. Great food, great price at Fazoli's in Bellefontaine.
Back here at AccuSports Stadium. Point after touchdown attempt brought to you by Thistle Floor Covering, but a snap issue. It was just too high. Then the holder took off once he couldn't place the ball down, and the Chiefs, Alex Caudill made the tackle at the 8-yard line. So with that missed conversion, the Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-6. Matt Hammond listening on top of it. He tells us that last year Deuce Caldwell was honorable mention All-Ohio in Division II. So Matt was right on that for you, Don. You asked me what level,
hammer.
What level it was honorable mention.
The hammer, bringing in the facts.
So thanks to Matt, and here comes a kickoff by the Hornets. Their first one of the night. The return man near makes the catch at his 15 on the run. Has a little bit of a seam, still has a seam down the near sideline, and finally brought down around the 48. Well, he really did a nice job weaving through the defense, and the Chiefs got great field position, and they got to be thinking go right now. Let's see if we can get a 2-score lead if you're Jason Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's plenty of time. You got 2 timeouts left, 3.
Ball's at the 47 is where they'll mark it down. So the Chiefs have 53 yards to get the ball in the end zone. 2:29 to go before
Plenty
halftime.
of time.
Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-6. Deuce Caldwell, though, as advertising. He's a great runner. First and 10. St. Clair wants to pass. Has plenty of time. Looking, still looking. Now maybe we'll run. No, he'll throw. And the ball knocked down. He was looking for a receiver around the Licking Heights 40, but it's knocked down. Ball's incomplete. Second and 10. Had plenty of time to throw it.
That's Lapinto, and he's a tall middle linebacker, and it just proved it right there. I mean, he's a pretty good sized linebacker at 6'1".
And you're right, just long arms. Most players don't make that play. That was a good play by him. Second and 10. Here comes Fogan. Hit right away. Gets a little bit of a push from his offensive line, and they'll finally whistle it dead.
Not sure why they blew the whistle. There was still forward movement taking place.
Well, and you can do that anymore. The old, call it the Bush push with Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush back in the day. But the lineman that time, I think it was Zane Bailey, was just riding the back of Fogan, pushing him forward. But you're right, they did blow that dead. Chiefs would have gotten a few more yards out of that. But now it's 3rd and 7, right at midfield. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. St. Clair in shotgun, rolls right, has time, throws, and can't quite hook up with Near on an out route right around the Licking Heights 41. So the Chiefs go 3 and out. I would guess a punt right here, 1:40 to go before halftime.
I'm not sure they need to keep rolling the pocket, though, because they're not getting a lot of pressure, and St. Clair definitely looks more comfortable when he's in the pocket instead of when he's on the roll.
Yeah, not a productive series at all. 2 passing completions. And now you got to go out and play defense against Deuce Caldwell again.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bellefontaine would have liked to have gotten at least 1 first down in order to keep the clock manageable.
C.J. Wilson gets a good snap, and he gets off a boomer. Back inside the 10, the return man makes the catch at the 5, and he's hemmed in, brought down by Kalen Organ and a few other Chiefs at the 9. What a pump by Wilson, wow.
I don't know when they stopped with the whole, once it's inside the 10, don't catch it, but that would have easily been a touchback.
The returner fielded the ball at the 4.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
Licking Heights will start at their 10. 1:29 to go in the half. Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-6. But with Deuce Caldwell, he can go 10 yards on you. He can go 90 yards on you, too. Well, this is not... This deal's not over. Now the Chiefs will peel back defensively. They get pretty deep in their secondary, it looks like here.
Yeah, I thought Bellefontaine looked best defensively when they were sending people, being a little more aggressive defensively.
Man in motion. Caldwell wants to throw to that man in the flat, trying to get out of bounds, and they will on the near side around the 14. 1:24 to go before halftime. We'll get a chance to watch the Bellefontaine marching band tonight. I'm not sure Licking Heights brought a band. I don't think they did. And it's a gain of 4. 1:24 to go in this first half. Chiefs lead at Licking Heights 14-6. 2nd and 6. Caldwell puts a man in motion again. Here's the running back trying to bounce it outside. Hit. Good tackle by the Chiefs. I think it was Landon Kelly again.
I think I'm taking a timeout right now if I'm Bellefontaine. I want the ball back.
3rd and 3. Well, 3rd and 2. At the, well, now they keep moving at 3rd and 1.5 at the Licking Heights 19. Nobody takes the timeout. Game clock down to 57 seconds before halftime.
I say that because the ball's inside the 20. I'm taking the timeout, making them get a first down against me.
Play clock down to 5. Chiefs show maybe a blitz as I put Eli Moore towards the line. Here comes Caldwell. Look at the run. He's hitting the backfield, works his way out of that, and he lost his footing. Well, they didn't blow it dead unless he held up by his hand.
How did he not touch the turf?
I thought for sure his knee went down, but I guess the officials will say he put down his left hand. And that's a big call because he fell to the turf at about the 17-yard line. But the way they mark it, it's at the 23 of first down.
And now Licking Heights takes a timeout.
We'll take one as well. 23 seconds to go in the half. Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-6. Back with more after this.
As a member-owned financial institution, we stack the deck in your favor. Fewer fees, more frees. Quest Federal Credit Union puts our owners in a position to succeed by offering more opportunities to save where others choose to ding you for every service. Quest Federal Credit Union, member-owned since 1969. Bank better. Quest Federal Credit Union, explore the possibilities. NCUA insured, membership eligibility required, equal opportunity lender.
Back at Ackie Sports Stadium, 1st and 10 for the Hornets at their own 23. Deuce Caldwell on kind of a broken play was able to wiggle forward for about 6 yards at a first down. Well, maybe 5. We'll call it 5 officially. So 5-yard run. Licking Heights uses their final timeout. 23 seconds before halftime. Bellefontaine in front 14-6. Caldwell puts a man in motion. Caldwell drops, looks like he wants to throw. Now looking to take off, has some pressure, rolls left, still rolling, still looking to throw. He'll try to get out of bounds, and he's taken out by Alex Caudill, who took his feet out from under him right on the far side at the 27. I think he did get out of bounds. Yeah, they'll stop the clock. 5-yard run by Caldwell. Caudill and Caldwell have had some collisions tonight.
Yeah, Caudill running sideline to sideline.
Yeah, he's a good-looking linebacker.
Yeah, I like him back there.
2nd and 6. Now the linebackers play off the ball about 11, 12 yards. Game clock's down to 13 seconds. 2nd and 6 for the Hornets, their own 27. Give it to the running back. Hayden Mann's there. A couple of other Chiefs will make the tackle. 1 yard short of the first down. That should do it. Licking Heights cannot stop the clock, and that's the end of the first half. After one half of football, Bellefontaine 14, Licking Heights 6. Don, what you think both head coaches are thinking at this time, and what they'll stress during the halftime break?
Well, I think Licking Heights realizes they got to keep the ball in Deuce Caldwell's hands. I mean, he's the playmaker for him, and you can just tell when he's got the ball, special things happen for him. And they found some success late in the first half running the football, and they're going to keep doing that. I don't think that their passing attack necessarily scares Bellefontaine too much, so I think it's going to be a lot of Deuce in the second half and Bellefontaine trying to figure out how to contain him. And I think for the Chiefs, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, outside of that one series there at the end of the fourth quarter, they were able to put some series together. Nice play mix, run and pass. Fogan with about 70 yards rushing, and St. Clair looking good throwing the football. So I think you kind of keep doing what you're doing. I think the big thing for Bellefontaine would be defensively to keep shooting those linebackers in there, stay aggressive defensively, don't fall back and just sit in that defense, but try to take it to Licking Heights.
Licking Heights has not done much in the passing game, but still Deuce Caldwell is a scary, scary player. Chiefs are going to have to score some more. I said 30 before the game. It's probably right around there. I'd say 28. This game's obviously far from over. Just a one-score game at the half. We're getting ready to watch the Bellefontaine band here and listen to them as well on 107.3 The Drive and watch them at PeakofOhioTV.com. Licking Heights did not bring a band. Halftime score, Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights 14-6. Tonight's game brought to you by Bellefontaine's Comfort Inn. Click on the Comfort Inn ad at PeakofOhio.com for radio listener-only savings on their room rates on the north side of Bellefontaine. Also thanks to Iron City Sports Bar on South Main of Bellefontaine, home of Logan Cuddy's best wings, burgers, and steaks. Halftime score, Bellefontaine 14, Licking Heights 6. We'll enjoy the Bellefontaine band tonight on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com.
Hungry after the game? Ready to celebrate the weekend? Ron's Pizza is open late tonight until 11 o'clock. Stop in for a hot, fresh pizza and an ice cold beer. Or call to pick it up at 292-7775. Pull up to the drive-thru window and you don't even have to get out of the car. They have specialty pizzas like buffalo chicken, chicken bacon ranch, taco, BLT, and barbecue chicken. They also offer cauliflower or broccoli and cheddar crusts. Ron's Pizza, South Main, Bellefontaine, 292-7775.
Hi, it's Liz at Bellefontaine's Comfort Inn. Our Fountain Lounge is Bellefontaine's fun night spot. And right now, we're looking for an experienced bartender who will enjoy working in our fun atmosphere. If you like people, you'll love working at Comfort Inn. Apply in person or call 599-5555.
Bartenders at the Comfort Inn earn more than $9 an hour, and that's plus tips. If you're an experienced mixologist, check out the Fountain Lounge experience. Apply in person at the Comfort Inn where 68 meets 33, or call during business hours at 599-5555.
Who's open after the game tonight? Donato's Pizza on South Main Bellefontaine is open until midnight. Order online at donatos.com for pickup or delivery. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. South Main Bellefontaine and online at donatos.com.
The color guard captain, William Schultz, Bellefontaine proudly presents the pride of the tribe, the Bellefontaine High School Chicken Magic Band. The 2022 Bellefontaine Pride of the Tribe Marching Band will be presenting tonight's show, Climbing to the Moon, for this evening's performance. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy challenged the United States of America to land a man on the moon by the end of the decade. That moon landing occurred on July 20th, 1969, with the landing of Apollo 11 mission. Flying the Moon is a musical interpretation of that journey. The first song on tonight's show will be Moonlight Sonata. And now sit back and enjoy the pride of the tribe, the Bellefontaine High School Marching Band.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too. Next, the band features Johnson Robinson as a flute soloist, and the band's rendition of a song written by Elton John and Bernie Taupin, Rocket Man. Successfully getting their spaceship home. The final song that
tonight's show, the ballad from the movie made famous for detailing the mission Apollo 13. The song features Emma and Ella Costa.
Who's open after the game tonight? Donato's Pizza on South Main Bellefontaine is open until midnight. Order online at donatos.com for pickup or delivery. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. South Main, Bellefontaine, and online at donatos.com.
At Bellefontain's Best Car Wash, we take care of your vehicle 100%. From the first drop of hot, clean water to the last stroke of our super soft, shine-enhancing towel. And ask about Bellefontain's Best Punch Card. Buy 4 washes, get the 5th one free. Bellefontain's Best Car Wash, 720 South Main.
Insurance coverage for home, life, auto, commercial, and farm. Visit their website at ComerInsuranceAgency.com for their number and more information. Comer Insurance Agency, specializing in helping you with the right coverage.
Back at AccuSports Stadium, it's halftime. No Licking Heights band in this game, and Licking Heights does bring a sparse crowd. Maybe a crowd of, oh boy, 150, and that might be generous. It's a small crowd. Bellefontaine's crowd down from last week too. Of course, it was a big game that was hype with Coldwater. Chiefs, though, at the half on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School Football scoreboard lead Licking Heights 14-6. Don's got some of the halftime numbers. Then I want to talk to Don about his trip to Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona first. But first the football, and then we'll talk about your little trip out west. Chiefs pretty much controlling the game. We'll see what your stat line tells us.
Actually, it's pretty close. Total yards, Bellefontaine 181, Licking Heights 162. Stats brought to us by the official stat man, Brian Lorette.
Well, he's sharp, there's no doubt. But
he's got a sharp pencil.
Don's a sharp one, too. We got quite the crew up here.
St. Clair's 10 of 14 for 105 yards and a touchdown. Fogan, 13 carries, 76 yards and a touchdown. Deitch, 3 catches for 44 yards and a score. On the Licking Heights side, Caldwell's 3 of 8 for 20 yards through the air, but on the ground he's 12 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown. And I gotta keep looking this up, but Ogunlei has 6 carries for 46 yards.
Yeah, he's dangerous too. They have some real quickness. Licking Heights does. They have some size too. Their linemen are huge.
They're big, but I think Bellefontaine has looked best defensively when they're using their speed, rushing from the edge, getting some linebackers on the blitz.
Yeah,
that's when I think Bellefontaine's given them some trouble.
Now, last week you and Diane were out of town. You missed the Chiefs Coldwater game, but you're back now, and glad to see you. Yeah. You went out for a trip out west. Drove quite a ways. What'd you see? What'd you think?
Yeah, Arizona's a long drive, Bill. Not gonna lie about that. 2.5 days of driving, but saw a lot of good stuff. Saw a lot of world's biggest stuff along State Route 66. Saw the Motley Crue Def Leppard concert and a Diamondbacks game, but had a lot of time in the car to think about high school football. Fantasy football. I'm going to tell you the KSK crew that is in the fantasy league better look out this year, because I had 5 days to think about my upcoming draft.
Oh.
So there was a lot of great times, but it was great to just Diane and I be on the road and It was fun. Had a good time, and but we were glad to be back home. And I think that both of us are going to stay off the highways for a while. That was a lot of intense truck traffic, and we're happy to be driving around Bellefontaine.
All right, well, glad to have you back. I know that you're a huge music fan. You saw Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Joan Jett, Poison. So out of that foursome, who's the top one?
Well, Joan Jett was solid. Motley Crue was good music, but Vince is struggling a little bit with the lyrics. Def Leppard was on point as usual, but Bret Michaels had a lot of energy for Poison, and it was an all-around good concert. Diane and I were a little concerned about a 7.5-hour concert if we could make it the distance, but we did, and it was a fun time.
Yeah, I've heard from other people. I think that same concert stopped in Cleveland over the summer, and Poison was the best from what I've been told the last few weeks. Here at the half, Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights 14-6. Last week at this point, Bellefontaine was down 21-7 at the half to Coldwater. And to me, Bellefontaine will have to keep playing sound defense. Even if Deuce Caldwell gets loose for 10 or 12 yards, at least tackle him and make them reset. But the Bellefontaine offense, I think, can do some things here. I think they can run the ball. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Fogan pop one. And they could pass the ball. People have been open in the passing game tonight. So I expect the Chiefs to score a couple more touchdowns before this one's over.
Yeah, I think the teams are going to score some points. But I think that, if I'm Bellefontaine, I'm really committed to stopping the run and keeping Deuce Caldwell kind of confined a little bit. I'd feel pretty comfortable if I was Bellefontaine, kind of, manning up on the outside receivers and letting him try to beat me with his arm and try to maintain and contain him running the football.
Thanks to the Bellefontaine Band. Got a chance to hear them on 107.3 The Drive and watch them on PeakofOhioTV.com. The Bellefontaine Band Spectacular is a week from tomorrow night. And tomorrow night, I know Don's a big Ohio State fan. Big Lou will be at the game, by the way, so we'll maybe pick his brain next week. Bucks hosting Notre Dame. They've not played in Columbus in this series since 1995. And I've not asked Don anything about this game. So this is live radio, live video stream here. What do you think? Ohio State is a 17-point favorite. Is this a game, or do they kind of have their way with the Irish?
One question for you, Bill. Is Joe Montana or Tim Brown playing?
No and no.
Okay, then Buckeyes by 28.
Not close.
No, it's not going to be close. I mean, Notre Dame's got, a new coach, some new skilled positions. Ohio State returns all kinds of people, and Knowles is going to be turning that defense loose. You can talk all you want about the new coaching and all that at Notre Dame, but bottom line is that they're walking into a buzzsaw tomorrow night. And unless Montana or Timmy Brown are suiting up, I think it's all Buckeyes.
They're a little old for some college football, I'm guessing, but those are two of the all-time greats, both for the Irish, Joe Montana and Tim Brown. The two captains out at midfield, Carter Snap representing the Chiefs. The Chiefs will get the ball to start this third quarter on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com. Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-6. Bellefontaine's been efficient tonight. Even though they've given up, I think Don said about 160 yards, maybe 165. They played, I think, pretty good defense tonight. Other scores, by the way, coming into us all night long on the rolling scoreboard at PeakofOhio.com. Riverside really having their way with Indian Lake, 24-0. I don't think any of the Peak of Ohio crew picked the Pirates, but they're on their way to their first win of the year, it appears. Some other close games, West Liberty Salem leading Springfield Catholic 20-14. Benjamin Logan at the half leading Kent Ridge 28-21. Chiefs will get the ball first. We always say this in close games, but this first series is big for both teams. If Bellefontaine goes down and scores, they could well be on their way to winning this game. So I think this first possession is very, very big.
Yeah, and I think Bellefontaine, the coaches have obviously talked about that. They probably scripted this first series out a little bit, having seen what and how Licking Heights wants to defend them. I think that it's been more of a grind for Fogan. He's only had two of his 13 carries have been for more than 10 yards, a lot of 3-yard carries. But that's also opened things up on the back end, so it'll be interesting to see how they attack it.
Yeah, but there are plays to be made in the passing game. The receivers have been open, but you want to see some more Fogan action. Any good number of carries you would say in the second half for Fogan? 10, 12 carries, would you say?
Well, I think you got to keep feeding him. I think he's got to get his 25 touches, but I think that they have committed to trying to stop him a little bit, and that's opened up those throws behind the linebackers for St. Clair. I'm still baffled, Bill. How many people are here, you think?
Not that many, especially across the way.
If there's not that many, how am I off 125,000 on the 50-50 ticket?
I don't really have a good answer. We will launch an investigation. Maybe they gave you some recycled tickets from last week or something.
I think Lou got the same ones.
Yeah, they both were in disgust as you did not win. But I think last week's 50-50 was about $3,500, by the way. We're getting ready for the third quarter to begin.
Mike Mossbarger with a little late breaking news here that Reams is out the second half.
Oh, really? Interesting.
He's got 1 ear up here and 1 ear in the locker room. Mike Mossbarger with that late breaking news.
It was kind of an injury that I didn't see that. He was out there a little bit earlier. He's one of the Chiefs' receivers.
Yeah, he was out there early we saw him in the first quarter, but now that I think about it, I'm not sure we saw him too much in the second.
No, I think you're spot on. Chiefs will send back their return men, Neer and Fogan. And Neer return went up to about the 47-yard line right before the half ended with about 2 minutes to go, and the Chiefs could not cash in. They went 3 and out. So Licking Heights will kick off for the second time tonight. Kickoff brought to you by Dairy Queen of Bellefontaine. Coming up in the postgame, we'll have our Don Hensley player of the game.
I'm working on a sponsor, too, for that in the future, Bill. I really don't want to announce anything right now, but
all right. I'm sure
I'm in some talks.
I'm sure it will be classic and memorable.
It'll be memorable.
Yeah, no question. Maybe your RV. The RV wholesalers. They're one of our new sponsors.
Maybe that new sponsor might sponsor our RV. Who knows?
We're ready for the third quarter to begin here. Licking Heights has their kicking unit out there at their own 40. Neer and Fogan deep for the Chiefs. It's a high kick, but really short, and it will just die right at the 19. That's where Neer picks it up. He's hit and then swung down around the 28. Well, he was kind of in the middle of no man's land. Didn't feel it right away. Of course, it wasn't very close to him. He had to run up on the ball, and I think he thought maybe it would go out of bounds on the near side. It did not. He wisely fielded the ball and got about another 9 yards. Chiefs will start at their own 28-yard line, leading 14-6. They get a late start here tonight because Licking Heights got here a little bit later, which we knew that was because of that long bus ride.
The ball kind of checked up on him a little bit, too, there, and made it a little more difficult to catch.
It's like the Andy Burton 9-iron.
More like a gap wedge for Burton.
Man in motion. Here comes a counterplay to Fogan. Fogan hit, but he won't be brought down until he gets about 7. Well blocked and well designed. Fake it to the man in motion, and it's a delay to Fogan. It's a tough play to defend because you're not sure where the ball's going if you're one of those defenders. 8-yard run, 2nd and 2.
I'd have to see it again, but from this angle, I couldn't really tell. But it looked like that counter action that they had so much success with the first week.
Against Sydney, yeah. 2nd and 2. Licking Heights plays a 3-4, but right here they have 5 defenders right at the line of scrimmage. Here goes Fogan again. Fogan into the secondary. Fogan's got a first down to the 42. Well blocked by the Chiefs again. 2 base run plays and a first down. Maybe they were listening to Don at halftime. They're feeding the star tailback.
Yeah, and they're going fast now, and that's going to keep Licking Heights from making any substitutions.
1st and 10 at the 42. St. Clair looks over to the sideline. Play clock at 21, so he's got plenty of time. Now goes up to his lineman. Fogan off to his right side. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a wing to the left. There goes Fogan again. Gets a good block on the left side. Fogan at the 50, 45, down the near sidelines, then bumped out of bounds in front of us around the 39. He just ran out of width. Otherwise, it may have been a touchdown. Parker Knox in there at guard right now with the left side of that line. We saw that play earlier tonight. What blocking on the left side, right in front of us.
Yeah, they just seal it. It almost looks like a punt return the way the play is sealed. And if you're going to give Fogan an 8-yard head start, you're in for a long night. And just like that, he's over 100 yards. He's now carried 16 times for 110.
That was a 20-yard run by Fogan to the 38 of Licking Heights. There goes Fogan again. Fogan into the linebacker depth and got about 5. Well, the Chiefs just blocking very efficiently right now. And when you run it this well, I wouldn't be surprised to see a play pass mixed in here pretty soon.
Yeah, you know, and I've said this from the beginning, is that I think Bellefontain's line feels they're a good offensive line, but they also move really quick, and they like they're kind of liking this bigger, slower defensive line because they're able to do some things up front, and they're starting to wear them down a little bit here in the second half.
2nd and 5. Chiefs lead at 14-6, 10-10 to go in the third quarter. Chiefs on the drive. St. Clair wants to throw out on the right side, caught by his receiver, goes through a couple of defenders, brought down at the 21. It's C.J. Wilson, a 12-yard pitch and catch on the right side.
Another formation call.
Oh, that play will not count. Hold the phone. It will go to a 2nd and 10 now. Ball back to the Licking Heights 38. That play was on time, on target. Great rhythm from St. Clair to Wilson, but it won't count because of the illegal shift.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's coming up out of their stance to go in motion or something. Coach Brown is on the field demonstratively giving a demonstration. That's hard to say, Bill.
That was a tongue twister, but it's a big penalty. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs at the Licking Heights 38. After the last play, Wilson was tackled at the 21. Here's a toss play to Foga to the right side. Gets a good seam, and then will be brought down around the Licking Heights, maybe 35.
And another flag. The officials are starting to take over the series now.
Wow, I don't know. I didn't see what happened.
That's a hold.
Okay. Well, it was going to be 3rd and 7, but now it will be spot penalty, 2nd and about 20.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens on those plays like that when you got that quick pitch and that outside tackle is trying to seal that inside play. But it looked pretty well blocked. And that's just another play right there where Bellefontain's trying to use its speed to capitalize against the slower defensive front.
A huge defensive front, but you're right. Bellefontaine does have more speed at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 20 at the Licking Heights 48. Chiefs up 14-6, 9:34 to go in the third quarter. St. Clair in shotgun, wants to throw, has plenty of time, looking, rolls left. Now maybe he wants to run. Oh, he reverses field. Nice cut by St. Clair.
Oh.
Brought down around the 39. He's spilled. He's okay.
I think Deitch hit him pretty hard.
St. Clair on the carry for the Chiefs.
He's got to tell his wide receivers to get out of the way when I'm taking off like that.
Made a nice cut. Ran left, then cut to the right. Got 9 yards, but now it's it's somewhat manageable. It's 3rd and 11 for Bellefontaine at the Licking Heights 39. I thought he had good instincts. St. Clair did. He rolled left.
Made a nice cut.
Saw some green turf, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah.
3rd and 11 for the Chiefs at the Licking Heights 39. St. Clair now rolls right, has pressure, needs to get rid of the football, throws on the run. His receiver comes back to the football, and it's incomplete on the far side at the Licking Heights 30. And now it's 4th and 11 at the 39. A decision for Coach Brown. Again, I would call him a defensive coach, a guy that likes field position. I'm guessing he'll punt. 4th and 11.
I would kick it here. I think you want to try to pin him deep. If it was 4th and anything 5 yards or less, and you got the ball at the 35, but this is a gutsy call here.
4th and 11, they'll go. 8:47 to go in the third. Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-6. St. Clair in shotgun. His line is set. St. Clair wants to pass. Rolls right, has some pressure, tries to get out of that pressure. Now tries to reverse field at the 45. Still looking, trying to get the ball downfield, throws, and it's incomplete. Good play by the defensive back around the 30. Made sure that Near couldn't haul it in. That was a long developing play, but there was pressure right from the beginning of the play. St. Clair did a good job to reverse field and give his receiver a chance, but the Hornets will take over on downs at their own 39.
So that's the problem with a down and distance of 4th and 11 is that you totally take the running game out. So the defense didn't even have to worry about the running game. They sent everybody.
Yeah. Well, 2 big penalties on that series.
Again, yeah.
1st and 10 for the Hornets at their own 39. Chiefs lead at 14-6, 8:36 to go in the third. Deuce Colbo looking, has time, throws downfield, has a receiver there, and it's dropped by his receiver at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Looked like Kalen Organ maybe was beat, but he was able to get his hands up just enough to kind of mess up the line of vision of the receiver who was running free. That's 2nd and 10.
No, he was beat. But luckily the
Chiefs got a break. It wasn't a bad throw.
He kind of did the wave the hands in front of his face a little bit there, and it might have distracted him just enough.
2nd and 10. Caldwell in shotgun with two running backs. One will go in motion. Caldwell gives to his running back, who's got a little bit of a seam around the left side. Still on his feet down the far sidelines around the 40 and bumped out of rounds around the 32-yard line. Big run that time by the Hornets. That's one of our RV wholesalers long-distance connections for your next long trip. Go in style with a fifth wheel, travel trailer, or motorhome from RV wholesalers in Lakeview. Riverside has already defeated Indian Lake. It's a final 24-0. Pirates get their first win, and the Lakers are 0-3. I'll mark the ball out at the 35, so the last run went for 26 yards. Here's Caldwell again, looking to get a little bit of a seam brought down from the backside of the play by Hayden Mans. It's a 6-yard run, 2nd and 4. The ball's at the Chiefs 29.
You know, Ogunleye has had a nice game himself. He's had 7 carries for 72 yards. He's a nice compliment.
Yes, he's very
Caldwell.
quick. And now we have a stoppage by the officials. I don't think anybody called timeout. Not that I'm seeing. Guess we will take a break here. 8:06 to go in the third. Chiefs lead the Hornets 14-6.
If you are experiencing a poor flush and or drain backup, call Bobcat Multiworks now and have your septic system pumped. While they are doing that, they will also inspect your system, hopefully preventing a large replacement fee. Call today for more information. 585-9904.
Brief break. There was a Hornets player that needed to be tended to. Now we're back to live action. 2nd and 3 for the Hornets at the Chieftain 28-yard line. 14-6. Chiefs lead the Hornets, but this Hornets running game is tough to stop. Huge offensive line and a couple of real shifty, quick runners. Chiefs show a blitz. Here comes Ogunleye on the far side and will be escorted out at the 21, but it's a first down. Gain of about 8.
You know, the thing that Caldwell does really well is he runs that read option, and he has not made the wrong decision yet tonight. He has made every decision has been the right read.
9-yard run to the 20. They're in the red zone. It's a good ball handler, too. But you're always worried about him keeping it if you're the defender. Now backs are split on each hip of the Ohio quarterback, Deuce Caldwell. Caldwell wants to keep it, and he's hemmed in after a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6. And the Hornets on the march. Down by 8, but they're trying to tie this football game.
Yeah, that offensive line is just leaning on them now.
Yeah, they're big. I think Don's right. You got to pretty much sell out to stop the run. If he throws it for a score, you just tip your cap.
Yeah, they really haven't proven they got much of a pass catch game.
2nd and 6. Caldwell wants to throw. Throws towards the pylon. His receiver's there, and it is a touchdown. Just inside the left pylon. It was a perfect pass, and the defensive back got beat off the release, and it's a 16-yard touchdown to the far left corner.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
To the east side here of the stadium, and the Hornets look like they'll go for 2, trailing 14-12 on a 16-yard touchdown pass that time by Caldwell. Very good ball, but the receiver made the play on the release, got wide open.
Number 9 for Licking Valley caught that, Michael Landry.
He got wide open on the far side, right by the pylon. Easy pitch and catch. Actually, they'll kick it, which surprises me. The extra point is up, and it's good. 7:08 to go in the third. And Licking Heights strikes first in this half. Our score on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard after the pistol floor covering extra point. Bellefontaine 14, Licking Heights 13. Back with more after this on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com.
Stop by Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken for our 10-piece strips meal at a great price. With 10 of our premium strips, 2 large sides, 5 fluffy biscuits, and 3 sauces, this is dippable chicken done right. Get the 10-piece strips meal at a terrific price, only at Lee's.
Pizza in Bellefontaine is ready to feed your gang. They offer so much more than just delicious pizzas. If you're looking for something new, try their subs and salads, pastas too. They have something for everyone. Padroni's Pizza in Bellefontaine.
Here we go, back at AccuSports Stadium. Kickoff coming up, brought to you by Dairy Queen of Bellefontaine. Deuce Caldwell with a big drive for his Hornets. They went 61 yards, mainly on the ground, but the last 16 points to passing game. A 16-yard touchdown pass from Caldwell to Landry over in the left corner, east end zone, and the Hornets went for one, got the extra point. Chiefs still lead at 14-13, 7:08 to go in the third quarter.
I don't want to bring up a bad subject, but Licking Valley's numbers are very similar to Bellefontaine's a few years ago. You can't read them.
And return man Neer has it on the far right side, getting a little escort by a scrum of his wedge, and he's finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
Thankfully, we got Moss on the tape here. He was able to tell us it was.
It is hard to read the Licking Heights numbers. You're right. But right now, the Chiefs need to respond. I know you didn't like and you said so beforehand, the 4th and 11, the Chiefs went for it at the 39, which I think some coaches would. Some would also punt. But Licking Heights still had to go 61 yards. They made it look easy, but you wanted to maybe pin them around the 10-yard line?
Yeah, I mean, it's a one-possession game, but, you know.
Chiefs will
I'm only paid to sit here next to you, Bill, not
a coach.
Yeah, that's right.
32-yard line is where the Chiefs will scrimmage from. And it will be Fogan trying to bounce it out to the right side. He's still on his feet.
See ya.
Fogan down the sidelines. Away he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15,
There's
10,
a flag.
5, touchdown.
There's a flag.
There is a flag back at the Bellefontaine 45.
There's a flag. You got to be kidding me. He's calling a hold. He's calling a hold 12 yards downfield.
Well,
that guy's been making a lot of calls.
Wipe that touchdown away. So Fogan, we thought, went for 68 yards. I'm not sure how he stayed in bounds. When he went about 7 yards deep on the run, I thought maybe he'd get bumped out, but he stayed in play. And that will make it, instead of being a huge play in this game and a touchdown, it will make it a second and...
It'll be actually the unusual 1st and 9.
It is a spot penalty. You're right, Don. It is 1st and 9. Chiefs will start the drive now at the 33. Fogan needs a breather. He just ran 68 yards for...
He gets credit for 11.
Yeah. That's right. But the hold...
That was...
negates the touchdown. Chiefs trying to get set offensively. Play clock is at 10. Still trying to get things set up, and they will call timeout. Timeout Chiefs. We'll take a break with them. 6:50 to go in the third. Big penalty wipes off the touchdown. And with 6:50 to go in the third on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard, Bellefontaine leading Licking Heights 14-13. More after this.
Many can say they're the best, but only Firehouse Pizza has been voted the best pizza in Logan County. Check out our specials and menu on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Firehouse Pizza and Subs. Firehouse Pizza and Subs in Zanesfield, voted #1 in Logan County.
Are you penalized because your bank's head coach is located out of town? At the People Savings Bank, our head coach is right here in your hometown to help you meet your goals. Come score a touchdown with the People Savings Bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back at AccuSports Stadium, the momentum has turned in this third quarter. Licking Heights with a 16-yard touchdown pass from Deuce Caldwell to Michael Landry. Point after touchdown was good. Chiefs still in front 14-13, but again, they need to respond. Chris Fogan just had a 68-yard touchdown run called back because of an offensive holding, so it's 1st and 9 for the Chiefs at their own 33. They took a timeout to kind of reset. There goes Fogan again. Fogan trying to get outside to the left, and good gang tackle. Really not much there at all. And they'll maybe give him a yard, maybe. We'll see where they spot it. Yeah, we'll call it a yard. 2nd and 8. Chiefs need a score. Wouldn't be bad to have a long drive, though, to maybe milk the rest of this third quarter clock. 6:20 to go in the third. Chiefs in front 14-13. St. Clair wants to pass. Throws. His receiver Deitch makes the catch, and Deitch brought down around the 46, but it's a first down just on a square and easy play for St. Clair to Deitch. There was an open window. St. Clair hit him in rhythm. And a big first down for the Chiefs. Gain of 12 yards and move the sticks.
I was kind of surprised by the Licking Heights. They gave a lot of cushion there to Deitch. And that was an easy pitch and catch for St. Clair.
And he's a great route runner, I think.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for Bellefontaine at their own 46, up 14-13. Here comes a toss play to Fogan. Fogan looked like maybe he lost the ball, then regathered it and brought down in the backfield. Over on the right side, it was a toss play, loss of 1 second and 11. Nearly lost the football. 2nd and 11. Need to make some yards, though. Don brought this up in the first half. If Bellefontaine has a play that goes for really no gain or even a couple yards, Licking Heights on that 3rd and long will bring pressure.
They haven't really been able to spring that long pitch play.
No.
I like it better when they're trying to run that counter.
Counter, yeah. 3rd and 11. St. Clair wants to have pass. Has plenty of time. Throws. And it's caught by his receiver around the 37. He's into the clear. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. C.J. Wilson caught it in rhythm. No penalty flags. That touchdown will count. A 55-yard strike from St. Clair to Wilson. Wilson caught it just inside the right hash, and once he made the catch, he just outran the rest of the defense for the score. The last about 35 yards were run after catch for the touchdown. A 55-yard touchdown pass from St. Clair to Wilson. It's another RV Wholesalers long-distance connection. For your next long trip, go in style with a fifth-wheel travel trailer or motorhome from RV Wholesalers. What a play.
What a throw. He put that right on the numbers.
And the extra point is up, and it is good, which is critical. Now the Chiefs lead it by 8 again. 5:01 to go in the 3rd. St. Clair to Wilson. Won't be the last time we say that this year. A touchdown pass from the elite quarterback to the outstanding receiver. We'll take a break. 21-13, the Chiefs lead Licking Heights. 5:01 to go in the 3rd on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard. More after this.
Good luck to our Bellefontaine Chieftains football team and cheerleaders this season. We're excited and cheering for you, looking forward to an amazing season. This is Iron City Sports Bar, located at 1125 South Main Street in Bellefontaine, next to Dunkin' Donuts. Please stop by after the game or order ahead after online for convenient carryout online at ironcitysportsbar.com. You can also reach us at 937-404-5288. Home to the best wings, burgers, and steaks in Logan County.
Back at AccuSports Stadium, point after touchdown brought to you by Thistle Floor Covering. Crable banged it through. Now kickoff with Alex Crable, sponsored by Dairy Queen of Bellefontaine. Chiefs lead at 21-13. They did answer. That was a big-time drive.
That was a big, when you talk about all these colleges that come and look at St. Clair, that's why right there. That was a deep,
dart, square in.
Yeah, it was a deep post pattern, and he hit him right in the money, and he never broke stride.
Pretty good kickoff. The return man makes the catch at the 4. Look at a run wide to the left. Chiefs look like they have it hemmed out, and the return man cut down at about the 19-yard line. That is great kickoff coverage. The return man tried to run wide to his left. Chiefs had it cut down on that side, and then on the backside they just closed the play down for the tackle.
The thing about the touchdown too, Bill, is that it really wasn't that poorly defended. Licking Heights had a couple of defensive players there. Yeah, I mean, it was just a really well-run route and well-thrown ball.
In the air, maybe 25 yards, I'd say.
Yeah.
And it was a bullet. Juice Campbell in the backfield by himself. Puts a man in motion. We'll start at his 19-yard line. Caldwell wants to pass, it looks like. He has pressure, gets away from that, still gets away from a defender. Now we'll look to run, and he's brought down after a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. A very exciting 2-yard run. Declan Shannon made the tackle. Or one of the linemen, it may have been Keegan Overton Story or maybe Jazander Johnson trying to get a look here. It was Overton Story. He thought he had a sack, but Caldwell is tough to corral.
Yeah, he reminds me of Kyler Murray a little bit at the high school, high school
short,
version.
But so shifty.
Yeah.
And he's not bothered if you're right by him because he thinks I'll get away from you.
Right.
2nd and 7 at the 22. Now man goes in motion. This time Caldwell looking to run again. Now looks to reverse field. Still on his feet and then lost his footing. Brought down, not really brought down. He brought himself down at the 24 after a gain of 2 yards.
It's guys like him, though, that make the most exciting 2-yard runs. Right there, I think his offensive lineman tackled him because they're just trying to get out of the way.
So 3rd and 5, 3:45 to go in the 3rd. Chiefs lead the Hornets 21-13.
See if Bellefontaine brings pressure here. They're inching towards the line.
They are. Parker Knox playing some linebacker. Eli Moore there as well. Play clock at 10. Chiefs up by 8, 3:20 to go in the third. 21-13 Bellefontaine. And it's a give to the running back trying to get to the side. Hit hard. Breaks off that tackle, though, and he's got a first down.
You got to wrap him up, Bill. You got to use your hands to tackle. You can't just hit him with his shoulder.
That's exactly what happened. And that was a key play. If the tackle is made right at the point of contact, now running back is still down. He took a hard shot. But if the tackle is made right at the point of contact, I don't think it's first down.
Yeah, it was a big hit, but you got to wrap. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of highlights of guys, laying the big hit. But, right there, if you just break down, wrap, roll the hips, form tackle, Bellefontaine's getting the football.
Yeah, first down for the Hornets to the 31. It's the running back is down on the ground. Took a shot right to the gut. We'll take an injury timeout as well. Chiefs in front 21-13, 3:13 to go in the third. More after this.
Have you been to Fazoli's in Bellefontaine for lunch lately? They have delicious lunch specials every day till 4 p.m. for only $6.99, and that even includes a drink. Here's a couple to choose from: spaghetti with marinara, fettuccine alfredo, a slice of pizza, and more, even small house salad. You can even upgrade to premium favorites like chicken fettuccine alfredo or spaghetti with meatballs. Upgrades are only $1 more. Great food, great price at Fazoli's in Bellefontaine.
Injury timeout for the Hornets. The running back able to walk off the field under his own power, but he took a big shot. In the process, though, he still got the first down, 1st and 10 for Licking Heights at their own 31, 3:13 to go in the third. The Chiefs lead Licking Heights 21-13 here at AccuSports Stadium. 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com. Deuce Caldwell in shotgun, sends his running back in deep motion. Now Caldwell will look to run. Got a little bit of a seam, breaks through a couple of tackles, still on his feet, and he just keeps on chugging to the 46-yard line, 15-yard run.
Deuce Caldwell on the carry.
Wow, he is something else.
He's a fun player to watch.
He is fun to watch. He's hard to get a good hit on.
Yeah, you're not going to square him up. That's what kind of reminds me a little bit of Libertus. Libertus was obviously a bigger quarterback, Desmond, but you never could square him up either.
Here comes Caldwell again. Gets past the defensive line, bounces off a couple of more defenders, and finally pushed backwards at about the 45. It's a gain of 9. He is priority number 1.
He's got 122 yards rushing.
2nd and 1. Would you ever just put like a spy on him, one of those backers?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're trying, but you get caught up in the wash.
Right.
I mean, a lot of these are just, it's all impromptu back there.
Right. It's kind of like I'm not saying it's a broken play, but they snap the ball to him and he just decides where he wants to go. 2nd and 1. Chiefs now in a 4-man front. Caldwell takes a deep drop, has pressure, gets away from that pressure, still keeps the ball, throws downfield into coverage, but it's incomplete, out of bounds on the near side. 1:55 to go in the third. That's a 3rd and 1 for the Chiefs. Coming up for their defense in this next play.
He's got a lot of backyard football in him. I mean, he's just making it up as he goes.
Right. That's what I was saying about his running plays too. I'm sure there's a design to it, but he just kind of picks where he wants to go. As a lineman, I'm not sure you know where he's going.
Well, he doesn't either. He's just telling his receivers, listen, you go out, go to the Buick, do a button hook. You go down to Mrs. Johnson's house and cut left, and I'll find you.
3rd and 1. I would expect a run right here. Ball at the Bellefontaine 44. Wing in motion. It's Caldwell again. He's got a seam. He's got a first down. Got about 2.5 to the Bellefontaine 42. 1:50 to go in the third. Chiefs lead at 21-13. Coming up at the postgame, we'll have our Don Hensley player of the game. This game again got off to a little late start. Licking Heights with that long bus ride. Other games, some of them are finals. You can see all these scores at PeakofOhio.com. Riverside won at home over Indian Lake, 24-0. West Liberty Salem and Springfield Catholic tied at 26 in the 4th quarter. There goes the running back, trying to get wide, gets away from Harper Scott, still on his feet, and finally hemmed in at around the 28-yard line. Boy, that's some shoddy tackling on that play right there. First down for the Hornets. They got about 14. Take it 15 to the 27. Bellefontain's defense had a really strong first quarter. Not a bad second quarter. They were just out there so much to close out the half, but they're having a tough time right now in the third quarter.
Well, they're not tackling well. There's a lot of missed tackles and a lot of trying to tackle with your shoulder, and as a result, Licking Heights is moving the ball down the field.
This possession started at their 19. There comes the give to the running back again. This time he stood up in the hole and brought down. Not much there at all. Maybe half a yard. This is 4-down territory for Coach Wallen for sure. Ball is marked at the 27. Really no gain. Second and 10. We're down to 40 seconds to go in the third. Chiefs lead it 21-13 over the Hornets. Declan Shannon from his defensive end spot just made that play.
I mean, Ogoulier has 101 yards and Caldwell 124, so
they're a big 1-2 punch. Second and 10. Play clock down to 10. Ogoulier goes in motion. Caldwell wants to keep it. He's got a seam hit by Wilson and maybe one of the linemen. Looked like maybe it was Caudill. It's close to a first down to the Chieftain 19 as he just ran right as soon as he got the snap. 3rd and 2 coming up, and that will be the last play of the third quarter. What a game tonight here at AccuSports Stadium. This one is far from over after 3 on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard. Bellefontaine 21, Licking Heights 13. Back with the fourth quarter after this.
Have you been to Fazoli's in Bellefontaine for lunch lately? They have delicious lunch specials every day till 4 p.m. for only $6.99, and that even includes a drink. Here's a couple to choose from: spaghetti with marinara, fettuccine alfredo, a slice of pizza, and more, even small house salad. You can even upgrade to premium favorites like chicken fettuccine alfredo or spaghetti with meatballs. Upgrades are only $1 more. Great food, great price at Fazoli's in Bellefontaine. Dairy Queen in Urbana now has the new Fall Blizzards. Cinnamon Roll Centers with soft cinnamon roll pieces and brown butter cinnamon topping. Or pumpkin pie pieces blended with vanilla soft serve topped with whipped topping and nutmeg. Hurry, they're only here for a limited time.
Back at AccuSports Stadium, we begin the fourth quarter. This game on 107.3 The Drive, streamed as well at PeakofOhioTV.com. I'm Bill Tipple with Don Hensley. Thanks to Ty and Xander back in studio control, and Big Lou and Gary on the video stream tonight. And we've got a good one tonight as we begin the fourth quarter. A huge play to begin this quarter. 3rd and about 1.5 for Licking Heights at the Bellefontaine 19-yard line. Chiefs leading at 21-13. I'll say officially the 18-yard line, but 3rd and a long one. Need a stop. Third and 1. Wing right between the center and guard. Caldwell in motion. I would guess it's a run by him. He'll keep it. He gets the first down, and I believe then pushed backwards. But, well, I don't know. It's pretty much right at the marker. But even if it's not a first down, Licking Heights will go for it. It looks like it's fourth and a foot.
4th down, yeah.
Chiefs really closed in the hole. I thought he had a pretty good running lane, but they closed it down. 4th and a yard. Caldwell in shotgun. Ball still marked at the 18. Caldwell is ready. Looks to run to his right. Hit.
Oh, what a
and
play.
He's brought down by Eli Moore. Eli Moore with the defensive play of the game. Came from the right outside backer spot and blew it up from behind the play. Caldwell wanted to run east-west, and he had nowhere to go. And he's brought down for a loss of about 3, and the Chiefs come up with another big 4th down stop.
Just had too many players there for Licking Heights to block. Nice job by the Bellefontaine coaching staff to put that defense in a position where, they had a ton of pressure, and that's where, a team, starting in that shotgun, they're already 5-6 yards off the ball. He just couldn't make up the distance.
Well, they don't use a big back lately. They've been going with Ougonlier and Caldwell, both scat back types. So they could not convert a 3rd and 1.5. Stopped on 2 running plays. Here goes Fogan. Fogan dives forward, got about 5 to the 25. We'll call it 4. 2nd and 6. 2 plays ago, that 2-yard loss, one of our Dairy Queen Blizzard Blitz sacks of the night. And Eli Moore, very active linebacker. Used to play end, but he looks pretty natural linebacker.
Well, he's fast, and he's got great speed. And right there was a good indication. I mean, the deuce is quick, but Eli just beat him to the spot.
2nd and 6. Chiefs lead at 21-13, 10:45 to go. Fogan trying to run wide to the right. Brought down from behind.
That's a horse collar.
And some of the fans calling for a horse
That is a
collar.
textbook horse collar.
And it will not get called. Gain of 1, 3rd and 5. And Jason Brown is letting the side judge know about that too. 3rd and 5. Chiefs seem to keep moving along here though. Get the play in.
Yeah, Jason Brown's he just gave him an earful right there.
Play clock down to 17. Still plenty of time. This is a big 3rd down for both teams. Chiefs up to 21-13 with the momentum. 10:05 to go in the game. Licking Heights shows blitz. Here they come. Throw caught by Wilson. First down 30, 35. It'll take it up to the 41. Good run after the catch again. That's a huge conversion. Huge conversion for the Bellefontaine Chiefs. 15-yard pass from St. Clair to Wilson, and from what I'm seeing, looks like that's there all day long.
Yeah, St. Clair and Wilson seem to be on the same page right there. They, Licking Heights brought a lot of pressure, but St. Clair was cool and calm right there. He knew what he had on the outside.
And the Chiefs blocked it up well, I thought.
Yeah, delivered the ball, and Wilson's been a big target tonight. Wilson's over 100 yards receiving with 4 catches for 113 yards.
Including a 55-yard touchdown run in the third. Touchdown catch, I should say, in the 3rd quarter. Here goes Fogan. Gets the give. Looking for a hole. Follows his blockers and got about 4 to the 45. 9:15 to go. Chiefs will be home next week against Benjamin Logan. Tomorrow night, huge game on 98.3 WPKO. Ohio State hosting Notre Dame. Pre-game coverage begins tomorrow night at 6 on WPKO. But Don says it will not be close.
No, I don't think anybody cares what Don said. Fogan with a more workmanlike 24 carries for 135 tonight, but he still has, and he had about a 60-yarder called back. So
68-yard touchdown run wiped out because of the hold. 2nd and 6 for the Chiefs at their 45. Here's the counter play to Fogan, busting through tacklers. Fogan to the 45, still on his feet, 40. Looking to run over a defender, then gets a couple of blocks behind him and brought down at the 33.
Big time run.
There is a physical run by Chris Fogan down to the 33. A gain of 22 yards, almost a first down. And it looks like we have a Licking Heights defender that's down on the field.
That was a big time run right there, showing the power and the speed.
And pretty well blocked too, I thought, at the point of attack. But you're right, he makes it look. He's just a special football player.
I think Bellefontaine, from what I've seen, is they run that counter play better than just about any play they have on their artillery right now, because that play. I mean, I've missed a game, but the 2 games I've seen, nobody's been able to stop that.
Coldwater had pretty stout run defense. What they did is they just flew to the football. But Bellefontaine got the running game going in the second half. Fogan had a 49-yarder. He also had a 20-yard touchdown run last week. He's just tough to stop. I mean, I think he's one of the best backs in Division III in Ohio.
Oh, I think, like I said, if he stays healthy, he's all Ohio, and he might be first team. But, he's already over 500 yards on the season, and we've still got, a quarter left in Game 3. He entered the game with 369 yards, and he's picked up another 157 on 25 carries.
Ball is at the Licking Heights 33, an injury timeout. One of the defenders just having his leg looked at. Kind of looks like he's cramping up. We do have the Clark State team members of the game. Landon Kelly for football, linebacker, plays some defensive end, also plays that H-back. He's had quite a game tonight, by the way. He's been on big plays. He just helped Fogan with a good block at the end of that last run. And Ella Costin, a junior band member, plays the snare drum. Chiefs really, I think, with a chance. Still quite a bit of football left on. 8:16 to go in the game. Bellefontaine up 21-13. But if they do finish this series with a touchdown, it's not game, set, match yet, but it's getting close. If they can finish the drive with a score.
Well, I mean, it's still a one-possession game, even if they. Well, yeah, you're right. If they get a touchdown here, yes.
If the extra point's good, it would go from 8 to 15. Well, with Deuce Caldwell, it's Don with a good comparison. Kyler Murray's a good call.
Yeah, you caught me kind of in mid-math here, trying to figure out all these stats, Bill, and I'm an English guy, so math doesn't come natural. I've got shoes off trying to count stuff.
All your fingers and toes. Fogan with a lot of carries for a lot of yards.
Yeah, Fogan 25 for 157. St. Clair 13 and 19 for 187 and 2 scores. Wilson 4 catches for a touchdown, 100 and some yards. A lot of potential player of the games coming up here.
Looks like it's Jackson Brewer, who's a defender for the Hornets. Well, he's checking on his teammate. I can't see what teammate is down on the ground here. Could be Jonah Haynes, maybe. We'll walk off the field.
Number 5.
Yeah, it is Haynes.
Looks like a cramp the way they were treating it.
His leg looks very, very stiff. He's able to walk off under his own power, but it'll take some time for him to get to the far sidelines. Here, when we go back to live play, the ball's at the Licking Heights 33. Chiefs in front 21-13, 8:16 to go in the game. Also, tonight's game brought to you by Bellefontaine Comfort Inn. Click on the Comfort Inn ad at PeakofOhio.com for radio listener-only savings on room rates. They're on the north side of Bellefontaine. Also, thanks to Iron City Sports Bar on South Main in Bellefontaine, home of Logan County's best wings, burgers, and steaks. This game on 107.3 The Drive and streamed at PeakofOhioTV.com. You certainly want points, but you wouldn't mind if it takes another 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Because Licking Heights can make big plays. Hornets in a 3 down guys, but really 5 guys right by the line of scrimmage. Chiefs have man-to-man coverage on the left side. I believe it's Deitch who's got the whole field to work with if they want to throw that way. Here's Fogan. He gets a pretty good seam. Fogan to the 30. Fogan finally brought down around the 25. Well, maybe the 26. 7-yard run, 2nd and 3, 7:30 to go in the game. Chiefs just trying to continue to work on that game clock. 2nd and, where do they mark this officially?
This is
2nd and 3.
This is the difference that Fogan is this year over last year. Last year he was a guy that could break the big run. Now he's the guy that can handle the ball and run the ball when the game clock needs to be moving.
And also and get you 3rd and 2, get you 3. You know, he will keep the drive going along. Very physical player. 7 minutes to go in this one, as you maybe watch on PeakofOhioTV.com. Fogan right next to St. Clair's left side. 2nd and 3. They'll give it to Fogan again. Fogan hit, spins backwards, and I think he's got the first down. Yes, they'll say from the near side, first down, move the sticks at the Licking Heights 23. 6:45 to go in the game.
Kind of what you said, Bill, about taking some time off the clock. If you notice, St. Clair's letting that clock run all the way down inside 5 seconds before they snap it. So that's definitely a focus right here of that drive, is also to milk that clock a little bit.
Licking Heights making a couple of substitutions. And Don said it best, they're in no hurry. Play clock is at 15, game clock at 6:32 to go in the game. Bellefontaine in front 21-13. 1st and 10 at the Licking Heights 23. Fogan in the backfield with St. Clair. That's another give to Fogan. Gets a pretty good seam. Fogan then brought down from behind. I thought he might pop it, but he still takes it down to the 17-yard line. Another workmanlike run for Fogan. Landry, who scored a touchdown earlier in this game, made the stop.
Right there, a nice play design, kind of using that wing back on the opposite side to come underneath and get a little bit of a pull action there and kick out. I really like the way Bellefontaine's ground game looks.
Yeah, it's tough right now. 2nd and 5, and the other team knows that they're probably going to run, and they can't stop it, which is a very demoralizing feeling in football. 2nd and 5 for the Chiefs at the Licking Heights 18. Man in motion. It'll be that pop pass to near. 20, 15 on the near side, bumped out around the 14. Good play. Not sure if it's a first down. It's right by the marker. The bad news for Bellefontaine is he was bumped out of bounds. Jonah Hay with the tackle. 3rd and 1 for the Chiefs at the Licking Heights 14-yard line. Would you dare get under center right here, Don? I know you like that. You have a tall, pretty big quarterback. 3rd and 1. Ball's at the Licking Heights 14. They need to get to about the 13 and a half, so 3rd and a short 1.
I'd keep running this play where the wing back kicks out.
Okay, well, Chiefs stay in shotgun. St. Clair gives it to Fogan, who's got a big seam. 10, 5, goes towards the goal line. Touchdown! What a physical run by Chris Fogan. A 14-yard touchdown right between center and guard. His second 14-yard touchdown run tonight. And the Chiefs, with a very workmanlike drive, now lead it 27-13 with 5:30 to go in the football game. Well blocked, and Fogan would not be denied. What a touchdown run. Here comes Crable for the conversion. Chiefs got the momentum after Eli Moore made that fourth down stop. The offense just had a little extra juice. Crable's kick is up, and it's good. Point after touchdown brought to you by Thistle Floor Covering, Bellefontaine, with a 79-yard touchdown drive after they came up with that fourth down stop several plays ago, and with 5:30 to go in the game on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School Football scoreboard. Bellefontaine 28, Licking Heights 13. More after this.
As a member-owned financial institution, we stack the deck in your favor. Fewer fees, more frees. Quest Federal Credit Union puts our owners in a position to succeed by offering more opportunities to save where others choose to ding you for every service. Quest Federal Credit Union, member-owned since 1969. Bank better. Quest Federal Credit Union, explore the possibilities. NCUA insured, membership eligibility required, equal opportunity lender.
Welcome back to AccuSports Stadium. Thanks to all the people that make it happen tonight on our video stream. Big Lou and Gary. Back at studio control, Ty Avila and Xander Kuhn. This game on 107.3 The Drive. And stream to PeakofOhioTV.com. 5:30 to go in the football game. Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights 28-13 with a very methodical 79-yard scoring drive. Chris Fogan put on a show that series. I believe he's up to 29 carries. Don will tell us more. Crable out to kick it away, brought to you by Dairy Queen of Bellefontaine. It's a high kick. It's not as deep. The return man makes it on the run. Foster at the 15. Look at it run wide. Chiefs look like they have it sniffed out, but then Foster gets the far sidelines and finally pushed out of bounds around the 36.
Yeah, a couple of players having big nights for Bellefontaine. Fogan, 28 carries, 187 yards, and St. Clair, 14 of 19 for 191 and 2 touchdowns. So
they're both elite players.
Yeah.
They are.
Well, let's pick your poison against Bellefontaine's offense.
So Licking Heights will start at their 36, down by 2 scores. They have all 3 timeouts left. So does Bellefontaine. 28-13. Chiefs lead at 5:22 to go in the game. Deuce Caldwell in shotgun. Gets the snap. Looks like he wants to pass. Has pressure. Gets away from that pressure. Still on his feet. Rolls right. Throws, and it's too high out of bounds on the far side. And Don's description of Kyler Murray is as good as I can come up with. He does not get bothered by pressure. You could be about 1 step away from him in the backfield. Doesn't bother him a bit.
Yeah, I think Bellefontaine feels more comfortable with him being in a situation where he feels like he's got to throw the football than one where he can be multidimensional.
Yeah, well, you would guess it's got to be pass here. Yeah, I guess he could still run. He can run on these broken plays. You know, maybe drops back to pass, doesn't like it, and then he takes off. 2nd and 10 for the Hornets to 36. Chiefs maybe showing a blitz, and they'll peel out of that. But Caldwell has pressure. Steps up, throws downfield into coverage, and it's incomplete. No flag. Well incomplete. I think Carter Snap was the safety in coverage. Caldwell took a shot on the right side all the way to the Bellefontaine 30, but incomplete, and 3rd and 10 coming up for the Hornets. If they don't do much on 3rd down, would you guess it's already 4-down territory? I'd say yes.
Yeah,
5:10 to go in the game.
It's 2 scores. I mean, yeah. And the team just marched down on about a 13-play drive on you.
Chiefs 1-1, the Hornets 1-1. This is a huge game for both these teams. Caldwell puts a man in motion. Caldwell gets the snap, rolls left, has some time, throws out in the flat, caught by his receiver who's hit, and then pushed out of bounds on the near side around the 40, and that's not a first down. Only a gain of about 4.5 yards. 4th and a long 5 coming up for the Hornets, and they have to go.
You know, it's not too early to talk about playoff points, Bill, and there's a lot here. This is a Division II team that's going to win some football games if Bellefontaine can hold on here.
4th and 6 for the Hornets at their own 40. They have to get to the Bellefontaine 46. This is really the game. If Licking Heights does not convert, it would be a miraculous comeback after that. 4th and 6. Chiefs show 4 down linemen. Doesn't look like they'll send pressure. We'll see. Eli Moore kind of bouncing around. Man in motion from left to right. Caldwell wants to pass. Throws out in the flat. His receiver makes the catch. Tries to reverse field.
Nice tackle.
Oh, what a tackle by C.J. Wilson. Grabbed him right around the shoulder pad and brought him down for a 2-yard loss.
And they did bring the pressure. Brought a couple of outside linebackers there. Really got in the face of Caldwell. And he took a big shot when he threw the football.
Well, it was just a very simple pass in the right flat, but the Chiefs brought the pressure right up the middle, and then Wilson made a great open field tackle. So Bellefontaine takes over with great field position at the Licking Heights 39 after a loss of 1 on that play. And I think most people listening, watching, either or even in the stands at AccuSports Stadium are looking forward to some Chris Fogan right here. Timeout Licking Heights. We'll take a timeout as well. 4:57 to go in the game. The Chiefs lead Licking Heights 28-13. More after this.
Hungry after the game? Ready to celebrate the weekend? Ron's Pizza is open late tonight until 11 o'clock. Stop in for a hot, fresh pizza and an ice cold beer. Or call to pick it up at 292-7775. Pull up to the drive-thru window and you don't even have to get out of the car. They have specialty pizzas like buffalo chicken, chicken bacon ranch, taco, BLT, and barbecue chicken. They also offer cauliflower or broccoli and cheddar crusts. Ron's Pizza, South Main, Bellefontaine, 292-7775.
Chiefs looking to nurse the game clock, leading 28-13, 4:57 to go in the game. Chiefs and now the Hornets have 2 timeouts apiece. Of course, I don't think Bellefontaine will be looking to stop the clock. 4:57 to go in the football game. Bellefontaine leads the visiting Licking Heights Hornets 28-13. And now a little different formation. It looks like Fogan will be split out to the left. St. Clair with an empty set.
Oh, don't be fooled.
Yeah, here comes Fogan. He got the pitch. A pop pass. Fogan's still on his feet and brought down around the 32, maybe the 33, but then we have a flag.
Oh, hold on, Bellefontaine.
Hold on the Chiefs. That's been a popular call tonight.
Yeah.
We've seen more holding penalties tonight than the first 2 weeks combined.
Well, it looks like Bellefontaine might be able to hold on here, and if they win this, it just gives the coaches something to make your run for tomorrow.
Yeah. 1st and 20 at the Licking Heights 49. They have to get to the Licking Heights 29. This play, I would look for Fogan to be in the backfield. Yes, he's right off the left hip of St. Clair. And the Licking Heights defense has got to be getting tired. I wouldn't be surprised to see Chris break one to the end zone. 1st and 20. Line is set. And here goes Fogan over the right side, trying to bounce off a tackle, hit in the backfield, and brought down for a loss of 1. Licking Heights selling out to stop the run. They have 2 timeouts left, 4:25 to go in the game. The Chiefs in front, 28-13. It's the other scores, by the way, updated at PeakofOhio.com. Riverside won tonight at home over Indian Lake, 24-0.
West Liberty's in overtime.
With Springfield Catholic. What a game. 2nd and 21. Ball is right at midfield. Play clock down to 5. There goes Fogan again. Fogan into the secondary. Fogan still on his feet now, looking to bounce it outside 40, 35, 30, and brought down from behind. But it's close to a first down. Cut down at the Licking Heights 31, gain of 19. It will be 3rd and 2.
30 carries for 205 now for Fogan, and you were right, Bill. That was a tired defense right there.
Yeah. 3rd and 2.
There's nothing better as a football player when you sense the other team is tired and had enough, and you're out there just grinding them.
Yeah, I know you're a former offensive lineman. I don't think
the linemen love this.
Yeah. 3rd and 2. Play clock down to 10. Ball at the Licking Heights 31. Chiefs up 28-13, 3:02 to go in the game. St. Clair in shotgun. They'll give it to Fogan again. Fogan scores forward. He's got the first down to the Licking Heights 27-yard line. Chiefs up 28-13. Well, they'll make it to 28, but it's still a first down. Next week, we'll have the whole crew here again. PeakofOhioTV.com, 107.3 The Drive. Benjamin Logan at Bellefontaine next week. Last score I had, I haven't looked for a little while, but Benjamin Logan and Kenton Ridge were in a close one.
Yeah, still says they're tied.
Springfield Catholic has a chance to beat West Liberty Salem. The Tigers were turned away on their possession, but it is in overtime. Now St. Clair wants to keep it. Gets away from a defender, still on his feet. Looks to reverse field and then cut down around the 19. Well, he faked to give to Fogan and some oohs and ahs because everybody thought Fogan would get the ball. St. Clair with a run for 9 down to the 19.
I'd still like to see him slide a little bit there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that we necessarily need to see him taking a shot at this point of the game.
They get cut down a little bit. He's fine.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
I mean, I like the play, but just slide. He's a baseball player. He knows how to do it.
Yeah. 1:50 to go in the game. Chiefs up 28-13. They've really had their way in the fourth quarter. It all really got going with the fourth down stop by Eli Moore.
Yeah, it was pretty much the play of the game, I think, right now.
2nd and 1. Here goes Fogan, following his blockers. And then spilled from behind. Big hit that time by Licking Heights. Reggie Crawford, one of the defensive linemen, but it's a first down for Fogan. Fogan has his helmet that he's off right now, so he'll have to leave the field. Harper Scott will come in. 1st and 10 at the Licking Heights 16. Game clock at 1:30.
What a performance by Bellefontaine.
Yeah. And a big bounce back. They might just get into victory formation, maybe.
2 big plays, I think. The pass to Wilson and the play by Eli Moore coming off the edge on the 4th down play. That's the game right there.
Yeah, it looks like they'll get in victory formation. Now, Licking Heights has 2 timeouts, but I would doubt they would use them. St. Clair takes a knee. Game clock's down to 1:05.
No, they've had enough.
Well,
nope, they are going to take them. Hey, you can't take them with you.
That's true.
You might as well use them because you might just score 2 touchdowns in the last
102.
minute. No, it's not happening. Bill.
I know. 102 to go. We'll have the Don Hensley player of the game, which I always put the pressure on. Yeah, I put the pressure on Don tonight, and I've got several candidates now. I don't get a vote. I put all the pressure on Don, but I mean, I think the Bellefontaine offensive line. I think the and these are groups. I know Don's probably not going to go that direction, but the Bellefontaine defense. Much better than last week. It was a tough week for the Bellefontaine defense last game. Eli Moore makes big plays. You know, we saw that even in week 1 when you were with us over at Sydney. Don, he makes big plays. So, and then you can always talk about St. Clair, Fogan, and C.J. Wilson. C.J. Wilson had himself a ball game tonight.
Well, I think the whole linebacking crew played well with Ashcraft out tonight. I mean, Caudell was everywhere, made a lot of big plays. Eli Moore has been noticeable, and really, so I think the linebacking crew really stepped up in Ashcraft's absence.
Mm-hmm. Chiefs will get back to running some base offense. Licking Heights down to 1 timeout. Fogan looking to run wide, and then he'll just basically sit down. He's
that was near.
Excuse me, it was Riley Near. You're right. And Licking Heights will use their 3rd timeout. 54 seconds to go in the game. Chiefs in front 28-13. We'll take a break, come back with the final minute as Bellefontaine leads Licking Heights 28-13 on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com.
Good luck to our Bellefontaine Chieftains football team and cheerleaders this season. We're excited and cheering for you, looking forward to an amazing season. This is Iron City Sports Bar, located at 1125 South Main Street in Bellefontaine, next to Dunkin' Donuts. Please stop by after the game or order ahead after online for convenient carryout online at ironcitysportsbar.com. You can also reach us at 937-404-5288. Home to the best wings, burgers, and steaks in Logan County.
Welcome back to AccuSports Stadium. 3rd and 16 for the Chiefs at the Licking Heights 22. Bellefontaine in front 28-13 with 54 seconds to go. Licking Heights electing to use all timeouts. I would guess Bellefontaine now will take a shot. No, they'll run a base play. It's near 20. He's a squirt out of that and cut down around the 17. Licking Heights cannot stop the clock again. So running the ball here was the right call. You're going to milk almost all of the game clock. It's at 41. Play clock is at 30, so there's about a 10-second difference. Licking Heights cannot stop the clock. Bellefontaine will have to run one more play, though. It's 4th and 11. Chiefs up 28-13, and they're going to win this football game. And we thought going in, Don, it was very much a 50-50 game. So this is a huge win for the Bellefontaine Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, they needed this one. Great bounce back, you know, over 400 yards of offense. You know, really good effort up front. I think Bellefontaine just really, they were, you know, Licking Heights was bigger up front, but Bellefontaine won the battle on both offensive and defensive side of the ball.
Chiefs will just take a delay of game. I could have called a timeout, but they'll take the delay of game. Game clock is at 6 seconds. It will be 4th and about 16.
I'm saying, how about just snap it to him? Let him just stake off on a sprint the other way.
But if you're the running back, you don't want that to happen in your stats, do you?
No, you don't give it to Fogan. You bring in the JV guy.
Chiefs will get in victory formation.
St. Clair's just going to try to move around just a little bit back there.
He might just throw it back to Fogan, though, seriously.
I hope not.
Like a toss play. Fogan in shotgun, or St. Clair in shotgun. Rolls to his right, still looking, and he'll just eventually let the game clock run out and then take a knee. And that's it. St. Clair ran out the final 6 seconds, and the Chiefs bounced back with a big fourth quarter. Final score tonight here at AccuSports Stadium on 107.3 The Drive and PeakofOhioTV.com. Bellefontaine 28, Licking Heights 13. Bellefontaine beat a very talented, big football team tonight with an electric quarterback. And we'll keep it right here for our post game. I know they want to maybe get us on in studio control, but there's a lot of finals right now. You can see the final scores at PeakofOhio.com. This game again started at 7:30 because of a busing situation. Licking Heights had to make the long trip. They fall to 1-2. The Chiefs go to 2-1. Don has some of the final numbers. Chris Fogan was busy tonight. Tavian St. Clair had a big night as well.
Yeah, Fogan 32 carries, 212 yards, a couple touchdowns. St. Clair 14 and 19, very efficient, 191, 2 scores. Wilson 114 yards receiving and a touchdown. Like we've talked about, Bill, the 2 big plays of the game were the deep post pass that St. Clair hit Wilson in stride with good coverage, and Wilson took it the rest of the way. And then also on 4th and 2, the big play by Eli Moore coming off the edge and tackling a tough quarterback for a loss.
Yeah, and ever since then it was all Bellefontaine. You know, because if Licking Heights does convert right there, the ball was at the Bellefontaine 18. If they get a first down, say they score a few plays later, I'm guessing they go for 2. It could have been a tie game. That was still early in the fourth quarter, but after that stop by Moore, it was all Chiefs.
Yeah, it was really all Fogan after that. He pretty much dominated the game after that touchdown. You know, just really good effort by Bellefontaine up front on both sides of the ball. I was really impressed with the ground game, and a lot of it's that counter play. But you know, a lot of Bellefontaine's running game is set up by the athleticism of their offensive linemen, and it was really kind of a game of 2 contrary offensive lines. One was big and tried to overpower you, and the other is a little bit more quick and athletic. And really, Licking Heights had no real answer for Bellefontaine's counter game again, and really had nothing. You know, early on they had stopped Fogan, but in the second half he really, you know, he had 140 of the yards that he gained tonight in the second half.
Yeah, he had a huge second half, and Bellefontaine's just such a tough matchup because they can pass it and they can run it. I mean, they can really keep you off balance defensively. A lot of good skilled players. Deitch had a touchdown catch. Wilson had a lone touchdown catch. Watching the Bellefontaine band here as they play right in front of the student section. Much different field tonight than a week ago when Coldwater won here at Bellefontaine. But tonight the Chiefs a winner on their home turf over Licking Heights, 28-13. Time for the Don Hensley Player of the Game as we wrap it up here in the next couple minutes.
Well, because there's no award, Bill, or anything, I cheat a lot on this, and I'm going to cheat again tonight. There's a on the defensive side, I'm going to give the Player of the Game to the linebackers. I thought they really stepped up, especially with Ashcraft out. Caldell kind of controlled the game a little bit in the first half, and then Eli Moore with the big play in the second half. And then offensively, how do you pick amongst these guys? So I'm not going to. I'm going to give it to 3 of them. St. Clair with 191 yards and 2 scores, and Fogan with 212 yards and 2 scores. And really, I think one of the key players of the game tonight was Wilson's performance at wide receiver. You know, he caught a couple deep balls. He really hurts the defense because he's got length and speed, which is a tough combination for a defensive back in high school. But 4 catches for over 100 yards and a score, it's tough to give MVP to everybody or to one person when the whole team played like they did.
Yeah, big bounce back win. Don's back. The Chiefs win. They're home next week against Benjamin Logan. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Short bus ride next week, obviously. And, you know, thanks to all the guys that make it happen. Big Lou and Gary on the video stream here for PeakofOhioTV.com. All our sponsors, several sponsors make it happen throughout the year on Chieftain football. Ron's Pizza postgame show going on right now on WPKO. Chiefs a winner tonight. They never trailed in this game. It got close. Licking Heights got it to 14-13 in the third quarter, but the final score one final time on the Quest Federal Credit Union High School football scoreboard. Bellefontaine 28, Licking Heights 13 until next week when Benjamin Logan comes into AccuSports Stadium. For Don Hensley, I'm Bill Tipple saying have a good night.